on Facebook that'll get into your algorithm and they'll figure out like these weird facts about you and just throw them together. It's hilarious.
Oh yeah.
It's just too specific.
There's like a whole subreddit dedicated to that exact thought.
Yeah, Facebook shirts.
I'm
a big fan of.
I'm seeing us live.
Great. Can everybody give me just a little bit of silence so I can check the volume of the music?
So is the volume good?
Josh.
He said stop talking. He's trying to check something.
What did he say?
Guys.
I think he
stop
said stop talking.
He's trying to be technical.
Sorry.
Evelyn, there's
Hold
a child
your breath.
behind you.
I'm gonna go to the timeout corner.
Pat! Could be a little louder. Alright. Thank you, guys.
Okay, hey, no problem.
It's like hurting cats.
Girls.
Don't hurt cats. Cats
Not
don't deserve
hurting,
that.
Josh.
Wow. Thomas
No,
wants
you've
to
already
hurt
said it.
animals.
No, you're right. I did. I walked right into that one.
I love cats. I just can't.
Chandler,
eat a
I
whole
think
one
that
anymore.
changing into the Hawaiian shirt was a good choice.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Cat, the other white meat.
Cats.
You look like
yeah.
You're just like that character from Black Lagoon, the one guy from Florida, the blonde guy.
Black. Why is it gotta be black?
Me?
Yeah. You
Yeah.
got the glasses and the shirt.
Yeah. Everyone in Florida wears tacky, floral and like tropical themed
Yeah,
shirts.
we all know this about Florida.
Yeah, absolutely.
Florida's
Listen,
the worst.
I will not deny it.
I never
Yeah.
wore that when I
I
was down
won't.
there.
As a native Floridian.
Maybe
Yeah,
how
as a
your
native
kids hold
Florida,
up.
listen, my ride back home from Denver, I had to apologize on behalf of all Miamians because the reason why we were like having a 4-hour delay was because of somebody else who was trying to get to Miami from fucking Miami. And I was like, oh my god, please, I just want to go home. And they're like, no, I'm gonna complain
I
forever.
will say, Miami is very different from the rest of Florida, and I think that's a good thing. That place kind of rocks.
Just so
Keep
you
them
know,
separate.
our audio is live on Twitch.
I'm still gonna talk bad about Miami because don't go there. I made
Live
friends
on
on the plane
Twitch,
and I
what
was
does
like,
that
why
mean?
are you going to Miami? And they're like, for this.
Oh,
And I was just like,
Never mind.
don't come back. Never go there.
That's funny. All I've experienced down there is really good Cuban food.
Yeah.
Now
I won't deny that.
I haven't eaten yet
Can't deny it.
today.
It's really funny that you guys don't have access to Cuban food like as
I'm
readily
having
as I
jelly
do.
beans. Anybody want jelly beans?
Cuisine.
Jelly beans is true cuisine.
Cuisine.
I don't even know. Where does jelly beans like? Where does that?
Oh, we already
originate
have a
from?
raid.
Where
Yeah, we
does
did.
jelly
We got a
bean?
raid.
Hello,
We got a rave?
everyone.
Let's get
Hey,
a
Raid.
rave.
What do you guys think about the origin of jelly beans?
What about Miami? What are your thoughts on
Yeah,
Miami?
the origin
Oh,
of
Their
my
cheese sucks.
Yeah, the
Blech.
origin of Miami, other than
And
the
then-
Spanish.
And their
Origin of
uniforms are
Miami is
just
very
lame.
sad. We shouldn't go there.
Yeah, it's like,
It's very
It's-
sad.
it's rough.
Are we
It's
talking
really
about
bad.
Miami or your Amy?
Well, okay. You know what? I'm
Our
talking
Amy.
about like
Listen
the
here,
very,
Ryan.
very tip of Florida.
I
Talk about
like
everywhere.
kind of
Live in
puns.
Florida?
What?
Nothing. The music got real quiet and everyone was like, what's going on?
Okay.
Silence.
Hating on Florida.
Like Florida, damn.
Anyone that I've met from Florida has been equally as crazy as I am. So.
And that's saying something.
Mm-hmm.
Straight goofy.
Straight goofy.
Straight violent, more like it. Never go here. Remember that one zombie guy, the Miami zombie?
Yeah.
He wasn't even on drugs when he like did ate that guy. Yeah, he wasn't even on drugs. So like, you know what I mean? Don't come to
He
Miami,
was a
bro.
zombie.
Let's stop talking about Miami.
So wait, wait, was that the bath salts guy?
Yeah, but he wasn't on drugs at all. Not even a
Oh.
little bit. Yeah, he
Did
wasn't.
he just soak in bath salts for too long?
No.
You know, if
he
this
just went
keeps
crazy.
Going, we're gonna
Yeah.
have an episode where you guys go to Florida and have to deal with Florida Man.
Oh my
Please.
god, yeah.
That'd be amazing. to
Villain.
get
It's
from
just
kid
straight up a
Florida
D&D
man.
monster. He's just a
Let's
lich
do it.
who's just evil and horrible.
Well,
That
we have
sounds
the
good to
skunk
me.
ape down here.
Yeah,
It's supposed to
we
smell
talked-
super bad.
Oh.
Yeah.
I do not
Okay.
visit America's junk.
All right, folks, it's 5 o'clock. Why don't we go live to
No,
video?
it's not.
Are we still using real dice or are we using
Oh well,
the
it didn't
D20?
do. It didn't do the stinger. I got so excited for the stinger, and it didn't do the stinger.
It didn't
Hi,
do the
everyone.
stinger. So what was the
Welcome.
Got the
point
stream
of that?
all over.
It's
We
my
don't have
stream,
the stinger.
and I'll do stingers if I want. Except
don't get it.
we didn't do a stinger.
They don't
the code
happen.
didn't work. You have to have like a whole Lua plugin to do it with OBS Studios, whereas
What's a loop
OBS
plugin?
or Streamlabs OBS is just built into the software. So like I had to try and hack OBS and it didn't work.
You know, Lou and
but
Bud.
everyone,
Abbott and Costello.
welcome
Oh, that makes sense.
to Monster of the Week Session 2. No, this is not Lore Masters Arcanum.
What are
Josh
you
has a
doing? Oh, wait,
match and is actively burning his apartment down.
Please don't do that.
No, he just watches the flame disappear. Hi, everyone. If you weren't able to catch our last episode, we had some shenanigans certainly go on, and you might notice a new face.
What?
So,
Us?
why don't we go around really quickly, and we will introduce everybody. I will start to my left on the screen with the ever-so-lovely Theater Evie.
Do you want me to introduce character or just
sure,
myself?
give us your character, because we did character intros interestingly last time.
Alright, so hello everyone, I am Evelyn, I'm Theater Eerie, here on Twitch as well as Instagram and Twitter, and I'm a prop maker, and I'm on BlueBox all the time. Monday nights I'm on Macho D's channel playing Extinction Curse with him, Pathfinder 2E. In here, this lovely adventure, I am Raven, and she's a halfling werewolf, and it's really awesome.
She's adorable. Alright. Let's go now to NPC Voices.
Hey guys, I'm NPC Voices on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all of the above. If you want to find me for any of those things, please do. If you need to hire a DM, I'm your man. If you're looking for other sort of services, I'm your man. But I'm
Anything
gonna be
you
playing
need.
Rodrigo, who is a red dragonborn redneck. But do you get it? Thomas,
No,
do you
I
get
don't.
it?
Were you able to get into Roll20 and look at your character sheet so you can tell us your playbook?
No.
Really, Josh?
Okay, find my playbook.
He's
Where was it again?
It's in the journal tab. To the right.
For the wounded.
You mean the
Where
guy
it
who
says
spent almost all of his
luck?
luck? And then your playbook is in the top right corner, sorry. Of your character sheet. If you're in
the
your
wrong.
character sheet.
Right. My playbook is the wronged. He's a dragonborn. I'd say he's closer to 49 years old than 39, but it's fine. He's an ex-cop turned
age him
monster
up.
hunter. Wears a Yeti hat and a long sleeve jean jacket with jeans and an open carry gun belt and knife. Rodrigo.
Fantastic. We are going to skip the person directly below me because we'll save you for last, and we will go up to Mr.
Nice.
Grantler.
Yes, I am Mr. Grantler, also known as Chandler. You can find me on Instagram at Chandler_son of Peter. I paint miniatures and post it on there. I do some stuff on Twitch with Mr. Grantler, painting miniatures occasionally. I don't have too many projects to promote other than the wonderful stream I do on Sundays, Rise of the Rune Lords with Evelyn and Thomas. So check that out.
Right here
I
on
am
Blue
playing.
Box.
Yes, right here on Blue Box. You don't even need to change the channel.
Oh, you stay
just
right
sit
here
here.
until Sunday.
Sit
Wait
here
until
for 4
Sunday.
days.
Exactly. I'm playing Mary Halleck. I am a 32-year-old day trader and freelance data analyst who has freed herself from the drudgery of hourly wage slavery because I know how to make a living without doing that. I also see through all the other nonsense that this modern world in the lamestream media is trying to convince you about. And I've joined the group to try and blow the lid on this whole operation and expose it for what it is.
I love it. We will now go to Mr. Pat Draws.
Hello, I do not have to push to talk to that.
Hey!
I'm Pat Draws. I mostly watch streams. I just recently started activating them, but I draw things on occasion, and I paint things on another occasion, and mostly I'm the BlueBoxRPG chat troll. So,
And he does great fan art, if you haven't seen
He
it.
does.
Of like
Amazing
all of them.
fan art.
Children of Dirt does it, of the
And
various
he's done
Blue
Hero
Box
Forge
streams.
minis.
He
It's
does
all
all
part of
the
the trolling
artwork.
process.
Multi-talented, amazing man. And
Beautiful.
last but not least, our newest player
Hot.
for this session, Cowboy Hob.
Howdy.
So perfect for the environment.
Yeah, my name's Hob. I'm a brand new sponsor for Blue Box.
Huzzah.
I thought that, yeah, I'm super excited about that. And many projects to come. You can find me at Cowboy Hob on Instagram, and I play a character. I think what are they, an elf or half elf? I'm still learning their.
You are an elf.
All right, yeah, I'm an elf. 25 years old, tanned skin, tall, with longer than shoulder-length black hair and dark eyes. As you can see, I'm a spitting image of that today.
Yeah.
She usually wears a flannel button-up and jeans. I'm wearing shorts, but I'm still wearing. I thought I'd compensate.
The bottom half doesn't matter.
I did spray paint my hair black though for it.
I love it.
Spray paint,
It's
not
commitment to the bit.
Spray paint.
Spray painted.
I'm committed.
So, Evelyn, would you like to run through the sponsors really quick while I pull up some music?
I can really quick. So Hob obviously has already mentioned that she is now our new art sponsor. We don't have commands yet for Hob, but they will be coming soon. For everyone else, we have Farax Fabrication, who does a lot of wood crafting. He's made mini holders for painting. He makes DM screens. He makes all sorts of cool stuff, so go check him out. Then we have Mike Disney. He is an incredible artist, and it is perfect timing. He just chatted in chat, so go check him out. He does stream on Twitch very often in the morning, and he is a mini painter as well as a artist of the two-dimensional sort. And we have great pieces of the Overlord art that we give away sometimes on the channel. So if you stick around, you'll probably see the Overlord prints quite often.
I wish I talked to John about doing some kind of a giveaway this stream, but
You
oh well.
You can give away your headset.
I'll give away this random rock I have on my desk.
Hey, I want it.
Wow. How do I join?
You rock, Thomas.
Thanks.
We have Cozy Gamer. Cozy Gamer dice are amazing. I have lots of them. They roll really well. I love them a lot. And then we also have Mantic Games. They are the makers of Terrain Crate. And lots of really cool minis in various terrains. So go check them out. And finally, did I forget somebody? I feel like I'm forgetting somebody.
Cowboy Hob.
Troller Games. I already got Hob.
Games.
Troller Games, the creators of Castles and Crusades, and they publish other things as well. But definitely go check them out. And on Friday nights in our Discord, we actually do Friday Night Crusades with our Castle Keeper, I believe it's what it's called, with Robert. So go join our Discord and join Robert and the rest of the Blue Box band for their for their adventures in Castles and Crusades.
Which is a really interesting game system. Also, I guess I'm just like really quiet. I'm gonna turn my volume up. There we go. All right, much better. That might even be a little loud. Okay, fantastic. Let's get into it.
So as Rodrigo pulls
his gun,
pulls whatever Patrod's character is closer to him.
We're going.
Holds his face.
Adrian?
You know I have a dagger, right?
All right. The smell of weed rolls out of the open door of a beaten-up 2002 Toyota Corolla. Its front fender has a large dent in it, followed by scratches down the side door. A group of 3 teenagers emerge from the car and quickly turn it off. Grabbing their backpacks and flashlights, they head up the driveway towards the wooden cabin. And I'm going to adjust some scenes here really quick. Scary stuff. Sorry, I'm like multitasking.
There's Santa.
The moonlight casts long shadows on the ground, illuminating each step they take. They whisper amongst themselves, speaking of some kind of plan as the first steps onto the front porch, each step squeaking louder than the last. A rat scurries past the foot of the smaller boy, and he lets out a squeal, and the house is quickly hushed by the others. The boy by the door motions for the other 2 to head around the house and check the windows. The night is quiet and still. and after a few moments of waiting, the front door opens, the hooded teenager walks in, and the door shuts. Darkness. Stillness. We hear another door open and shut, then another, and each boy in succession turns on his flashlight and quickly scans the room they are in, up and down. Then they each pause, and it's even more quiet now. Then the boy on the back screams, "Yeah, boys, we're in! Now let's get lit!" They pull out lanterns and a bong and sit back and relax on the large tree stump table. They each take a hit from the bong and lean back, then the big one opens his mouth. "All right, John, I think it's time you tell us why you wanted to come here, of all places." "What do you mean? You don't like it? It isn't the beautiful moonlit weed sanctuary you are used to." "John, just tell the story already. Spencer and I want to know. We know you've got a story. You've got one for every random spot in this town you take us." "Yeah, Alonzo's right. Remember the sewer entrance? You said there was a giant alligator down there and that people who go too deep don't come back." "What else?" "Oh, Newton Lakes, north of town, where the Loch Ness Monster really lives." Or, all right, shut up. You want to hear the story or not?" "Yeah, screw it." The date is April 23rd, 1992. And it's here, in this very house, just upstairs, on the 5th-story balcony. Francis Lee Smith was working on this crazy place. His wife left him, he barely saw his kids, and all he cared about was this house and his delusional vision of the place. He saw it twisting into the sky forever. Some people say he had demons in his head, telling him what shapes to build next. Well, look, none of it makes any sense. Francis was working on a new extension on the house, hammering away like he always did on a rather windy afternoon, when bang! Something fell from the house and knocked him off the top. He broke his neck and died with hammer in hand. No one came and looked for him for 2 days, where his body was ravaged by coyotes. They say if you listen close enough, you can still hear the beating of his hammer against iron nails, or maybe his heavy steel-toed boots walking around the house looking for another place to strike his hammer. John kicks the stump table and the lantern falls off, making a very loud noise. Oh my god, you should have seen y'all's faces, my lord. Shut up, John. That's just mean. You know I'm higher than a kite right now. Could have given me a heart attack. Oh, shut up, Alonzo. You'll be fine. That was a good story, John. Now, shall we? Spray paint cans rattle loudly, and each boy leaves their mark on the house. Some more time passes, and more laughter can be heard when Alonzo has the bright idea to take a leak off the tallest balcony. The other two laugh at that idea and chant him on from the bottom floors as he walks up to the stairs, lantern in hand. They chant, and chant, and chant. Minutes pass, and yet nothing trickles from above. In fact, no footsteps are heard at all for a while. Then they hear footsteps come down the main staircase, each step a ring of thunder that sends shivers down the backs of the two boys. Then they stop, and a blood-covered lantern comes to a halt on the bottom step. The sound of hammering sounds through the house. The boys scramble to grab their stuff, leaving behind anything not instantly in arm's reach. They grab their friend's bag and run to the car. Spencer trips on his way to the car before slamming the door behind him. "Drive, John, drive!" They make it halfway down the long driveway before slamming the door behind them. The car drifts into the nearby ditch, the engine whirs to a halt, and silence fills the night air around the famed Smith mansion once again. You all are sitting at Domenico's Diner, your new spot that you like to stop.
Not around back, I hope.
It is Mary's favorite place, as she is aware of all of the financial interactions that he has and ties around town, and has determined them to be totally legit.
Totally.
All right. After the bullet was killed last session, let's actually recap last session really quick. You heard rumors about dead wolves via a bear attack. You went to discuss things with Ranger Alice Riley and decided to visit the clearing. You spoke with JR and investigated the clearing. In the midst of that, you saved JR's life from losing his right leg. You researched the monster, determined its type, and formulated a bone-based plan. And then you killed the monster rather swiftly with some well-timed sniper shots by your friend Adrian. Put fire to the bone pile, started a tiny forest fire that you put out with some canteens that you keep on hand, and you checked in on JR. You guys heal all harm that was not left unstable. His medical bills were all paid for, and he was given a prosthetic leg and a sizable sum from the Forest Services. Adrian knows who paid for that. He did not ask any questions of any of you when he saw you. In fact, he kept his mouth pretty well shut. Alice Riley tried to pry into your business, but was rebuffed by Adrian before being able to do so. And we did not get the chance to do something last session that normally you do at the end of every Monster of the Week session. So I'm going to ask you guys 4 questions.
We did the "what are you doing" thing.
I know. And I want you to answer them as a group. So, did we conclude the current mystery?
Possibly.
Yes, we did.
Maybe?
Hypothetically.
Did we save someone from certain death or worse?
Several people.
Yes.
Yes.
Possibly.
Did we learn something new and important about the world? I would certainly say yes. Monsters are real.
Hypothetically.
Yeah. And
Did
there
we
was
learn
Scarred
something
Bird.
new and important about one of the hunters?
Josh is running out of luck.
Josh is running out of luck. I think that's a good one. So because we answered yes to 3 or 4, everybody can mark down 2 experience points.
Boy.
That gives me 4.
So
This
you
is
are
the
1
vibe
tick away from
Rodrigo
leveling up.
guys.
Pat is right on the edge of leveling up. So you guys are in Domenico's Diner, and you are currently reading over the newspaper, which is now right in front of you.
Does Rodrigo know how to read?
I will read it
looking up
off for you
funnies?
guys. This is what you have from the story that I just read as the intro. Local teens Spencer Benny and John Oleana said they were just in the house hanging out late on a summer night when their friend Alonso Rodriguez went to the top of the house to relieve himself. After a while of not hearing from him, the boys went to check up on their friend and found a large pool of blood, so they ran off suspecting someone killed their friend and didn't want to end up the same. After entering their car, driver John Oleana sped off, losing control on the gravel road, spinning off into a nearby ditch. Both boys got out and ran to the nearest house where Patrick Mantahopa kindly drove them both to the Cody General Hospital for treatment. Alonso Rodriguez was pronounced dead at the scene with a sizable head wound. Police determined that he fell from the top of the locally acclaimed Smith Mansion. The autopsy revealed Alonso died on impact, and along with his friends, was high on marijuana at the time. This is an unfortunate and sad story, but a lesson to be learned for all of us here in the Cody area. The Rodriguez family has asked for a fund to be made for the local high school to begin a drug safety class in Alonso's honor. And you can see a nice picture of the mansion and an ad for Story Time with Buffalo Bill. Ghost stories of Cody and the surrounding Yellowstone National Park area. Snack and drinks are free.
May I pause you a
Thomas,
moment?
our
We
friends
lost
are all
Hob,
messed up.
which means
We lost
all of us
Hobbs,
are
so everything's messed up.
uneven. Ah!
Thomas, I love that your microphone is peaking quite a bit.
Is it?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, oh, it's hilarious.
Whenever
it
you-
sounds like
whenever you
bass
shout.
boosted.
Is that better?
I don't know. Scream.
Ah!
Yeah, a little
Yes,
better.
still, but
Peeking.
not as bad.
Just move
If
the
I'm
mic a little
talking
bit.
regularly, does it peak a lot?
No, it's fine. It's
No,
fine when you're
It's only when you
talking
scream
regular.
like a girl.
We just got you like Peaky Blinders.
Okay, apparently Hobbs' Discord crashed, so she'll be back.
Oh, great.
Oh.
Okay.
The weather's pretty nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might have a view that might work for this.
It's
Give
okay.
me.
I'll just shrink
I
down a little bit.
actually, I have
Either
another.
Evie's the only one that looks appropriate for her character.
No, I don't.
I was gonna say I have another Discord I could sign into, and then hold the
Hold the
page.
spot.
Yeah, hold on one sec.
There we go. Wait, there we go.
Sorry, people. Technical difficulties. Not like last night.
Watch it. So,
I'm pretty sure there's a way we can blame
Josh
Chandler
is
for all that.
trying
Right?
to survive.
Some kind of
in the corner.
conspiracy.
Rodrigo would like to grab Adrian by the
Hey,
shoulders.
all right.
Never
Great,
mind.
Great, great,
And
great,
just,
great.
oh, okay.
Rodrigo's gonna get
You're
shot.
back, you're back, you're back.
No idea what happened. Sorry.
You're
Let him
good.
die.
You are all good. All right. So they're basically in a diner reading this newspaper. What are you guys doing in response to what you have heard?
So, Thomas,
It's been a few weeks since these events of the Bullet, by the way.
Okay.
This time, I will use this at the right time.
Yes, why don't we do any pre-mystery rolls? Hob, I know you have one. We will do it when we introduce your character.
Oh yeah.
Connecting
Cool.
the dots.
I'm gonna ask a lot of questions.
Can you read us what that does?
Yes.
You can
At the beginning of each mystery, you can look for wider patterns that current events might be part of. Roll sharp on 10+, hold 3, on 7 and 9, hold
Great.
1,
Give me
which
that roll.
Thomas can explain what that means. So let's go ahead and roll with sharp. No forward. And then let's see. Wow, that's a 6. No, that's an 8. My bad.
An 8, which means you get to ask one of those questions, right?
Oh wait, no, my bad. It's a 14. Check the bottom of the chat. I don't know how to read.
Oh, that's a very good roll.
Yeah.
So you get to
pardon me.
ask 3 questions from that list. Go ahead and
Yes.
ask them.
When and oh wait, no, that's probably not very helpful. Is this connected to the previous mysteries we've investigated?
No.
All right, that's what I thought. Is this person connected to the current events more than they are saying, or more than it seems?
So you don't have to ask these questions now. 'Cause
Oh,
this
okay,
person
great. Then
could
we're
relate
gonna
to a specific person you meet.
we're gonna hold this for a minute. We're gonna hold those, and I got the question now that I have, which is this is not related to any of the previous
So the
stuff.
whole idea behind the word hold there is that you can hold on to it and use it later. But you can
Sweet,
only spend
thank
those
you.
hold on those specific questions.
Great. We're gonna pocket those, and I'm gonna bust them out like a magic trick later.
Fantastic. All right. What else are you guys doing? You all are aware of the Smith Mansion. Those who are locals, which would be Rodrigo, it would be Mary, or Mary's not a local, but you certainly know about it. Raven, you definitely know about the Smith Mansion in that it is one of those places that everyone just agrees is haunted. No one ever goes there because it's basically a danger zone. It's a basically decrepit old building that is falling apart. Been there since 92, and no one's been taking care of it since. And it's actually been there much longer than 92, but that's when he stopped working on it, when Francis Lee Smith died. Yeah.
Saw this house on a show one time.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
It's
Thought
like
it
super
looked familiar.
spooky, guys.
Oh, that sucks for him.
They did not find the body of the boy who went urinating off the top. He's just a pool of blood.
Dude, that's what the newspaper says here.
They did find his body.
Oh.
Alonzo
I
was
missed
pronounced dead at the scene with a sizable head wound.
Steelers.
No,
might
all I
win
heard
the
was
Super
something
Bowl.
about a puddle of blood.
What
The boys
blows
saw
my
a puddle
mind?
of blood. The police found the body.
No, okay.
Any of y'all got some scissors?
Not on me.
Oh,
But-
of course. I have some car scissors. Let me go grab them real quick if you want it.
Thank you. Yeah, we got some Arby's coupons
No, we
in
are
here.
I have a phasma
You're
torch.
actively in a different restaurant than Arby's. I placed you in it.
Oh,
Treat me
we're
with
reading the
respect,
news.
Josh.
We're reading this newspaper. Most newspapers will have coupons at some point throughout, and so I just found these Arby's coupons in here.
You don't want to clip the ad read for the ghost nights at the museum? No, all right,
No,
that's
no,
fine.
I'm good.
That's fine.
But Mary will pipe up and say, you know, the honest thing about this is that the parents in their grief seem to think that funneling more money into child education by drugs will prevent anything. I mean, we should know by the reports of DARE that it just doesn't actually do what it sets out to do. So I think maybe, you know what, maybe this is a little dilatory.
I don't think anyone here is disagreeing with you.
Yeah, for once, like, you're kind of right on the money there.
No.
It's
So you're just
certainly-
kind of preaching the choir here.
Yep.
I do not see.
Even the ex-cop agrees with me? Huh, weird. Well,
Yeah.
what's certainly true is that weed definitely doesn't make you so crazy you're gonna fall off the top of a house.
That depends on what it might be mixed with. So if they mix it with a bit of PCP, it might just be
The
that.
biggest question is why did he feel he needed to go to the top of the house?
Yeah, he could have just peed anywhere, honestly. Stupid kids.
That is what happens when you don't funnel money, I guess.
Well, a big house like this and the coupon, it just seems like too much of a coincidence. You see, when you start looking through the code, you start seeing the numbers in the world. And I can tell that it's connected.
It's the best.
Here.
When
it's
was
the
your
best
last
character.
drug test, Mary?
What?
When was your last drug test?
Oh, mine? Thankfully, since I'm self-employed, I never have to be checked for drugs, which is very lucky for me.
Oh, good, good. We're really getting into it now.
Hey, Raven, have you seen this new Garfield comic?
All right,
Hey,
all
let me
right.
check it out.
What do you guys do? Where do you go? We can't just sit here in the diner.
Oh, actually, yeah. Could I get another coffee, please?
Here's the check.
Thank you. No. Oh.
Wow.
Can I get that one to go?
Yeah,
Rodrigo,
Rodrigo,
can you
try
get-
brushing teeth.
What do you
Rodrigo,
mean?
can you hand me back my car scissors?
Yeah, fine.
All right, thank you. I'm gonna clip out the ghost coupon or the ghost promo.
The ghost coupon. Wait, they got ghost coupons.
They got ghost coupons here.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, if it's something spooky, everybody thinks this house is spooky, but people think a bunch of BS all the time, and that BS doesn't stand for bologna sandwich. Perhaps we can get some more lowdown on what's going on by going to an expert on ghost stuff. Wild Bill was an expert on ghost stuff, right?
See, who wrote the article?
You mean the long dead cowboy theatrics man? Yeah, Buffalo Bill Cody's a pretty good expert on being a ghost, if that's what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Perhaps you would like to talk to Dinosaur about extinction.
No, I'm sure you have plenty of times that you remember talking about a dinosaur. Wait a minute. Now that I think about it, you're younger than me. Owned. Gotcha.
Get wrecked.
Anyway,
Yeah, I'm not sure. Raven,
Does the
what do you
paper
think
say
we
who
should do?
wrote the article about the story?
It does not.
There's no lead there.
But you do have the families you could go talk with. You do know that the ghost stories thing is happening tonight.
ooh. Well, if it's happening tonight, we should check that out. Definitely talk to their parents. Ask them why they weren't watching their sons, and why they were letting them wander around spooky old houses.
Refresh me again about the ghost story thing. What was that?
There is an event going on at the Buffalo Bill Center of the West, which is a museum in Cody, Wyoming, very famous. It's actually a Smithsonian, and they are telling stories because it's getting into October. They're wanting to tell about, the scarier side of Yellowstone and Cody.
Well, we can go and mess with the grieving parents, which does sound like a lot of fun, but we can also find, what's his name? John Oleana. I mean, he was with his friend that night. I'm sure we could lean on them.
I mean, they probably live with their parents. They're just teenage boys.
By the time I was a teenager, I'd already moved out, so I don't want to put anything past them.
Well, not all teenagers are go-getters like you are, Rodrigo.
Oh, no, I was deep in drugs.
Oh.
You may have a point, Raven, and maybe the suit can get us to talk with those kids without any issues.
Which suit is that?
We may also want to ask the Good Samaritan if he noticed anything off about the boys when he picked them up, other than being hurt.
That's a good idea.
Well, where do you think we should start? The kids'
Person
houses?
we haven't met yet. What do you think?
It is about 5:30 right now. Why are we still listening to bears in the background?
I don't
Anyone
know.
else hear those bears?
I'm gonna change
The town is overrun.
I thought it was football game. The Bears versus the
Tons of
Vikings.
large game men running around.
It reminds me. There's this
Let's investigate a
SCP.
mystery. Why are we still hearing bears?
Maybe it's residual sounds from the last time.
Maybe
Are
it's
you
around
familiar with the
Rico's stomach.
concept of PSTD? Maybe you're
No,
imagining.
You mean PTSD?
No.
Pretty
No.
soft terminal dummy.
Yeah, that's right. I would
Nice
be
right
wrong.
hook there, Josh. That was good.
Thank you. Thank you, Rodrigo.
All right,
That's
where are you
what it
guys
is.
going? Let's get out of the diner.
Arby's. I'm pretty hungry.
We just ate.
You guys going to the center of the West?
What? Why?
I thought we were going to the
The
family
parents?
house.
Go to the parents.
Yeah.
That's well. Yeah.
All right.
All
so
right,
you
everyone
all,
in my pickup.
You all get in the pickup truck and you make your way to the northern side of town. Let's move over to the Cody, Wyoming map.
Is Rodrigo the only one that got a vehicle?
He is.
His truck stinks badly.
Hey, it
you are gonna
smells
be
like
going-
cigarettes, but I'm trying to quit.
Up into this area.
And Arby's.
Which
Old
is-
curly
oh,
fries.
curly
Arby's
fry.
Museum. Oh my gosh, I'm cutting you guys off on the RV stock. You make your way to just sort of regular-looking family homes, which you know to be the locations of the families of the two surviving boys and Alonzo Rodriguez.
Great.
Right.
They all live
No,
within the same
Alonzo was the
neighborhood.
one that was driving, right?
Alonzo was the one who died. John
Oh.
is the one who was driving, and
So he wasn't
Spencer is the
driving.
one who was the passenger.
Should,
You've got Spencer
it be
Barnes,
easier to
John
talk to the
Fletcher, and Alonzo
parents?
Ellis.
wouldn't it be easier to talk to the parents whose kid isn't dead than going right to the ones that are like planning for a funeral and all that crap?
Oh wait, I want to talk to the surviving kids' parents
Yeah.
and them.
And
Yeah, that's kind of tasteless.
at this point in time, I'm gonna lean over to Raven. I say, I think I have something that'll help him get a little easier to talk to. I have a rolled spliff in my hand.
You only have one.
You do know I work for government, right?
Which
This-
government?
Are you gonna arrest me, Narc?
I could.
We could just.
In my jurisdiction.
It's
I'm not
not.
pocketing.
It's not.
By the way, this is purely tobacco. if
CIA?
you're
Yes, it
wondering.
is. I don't care what division I'm in. It's still part of the CIA.
Yeah, but all right. Well,
Upholding the law is upholding the law. We all take that oath. On my honor, I will do my duty. No, wait, that's Boy
To God
Scouts.
in my
it's
country.
3 fingers.
Yeah, it's
You
3
got it,
fingers.
Josh.
I can't do
Yeah.
3 fingers. I got a trigger finger.
All right. Do you guys go up to John Oleana's house or Spencer Barnes' house?
Who is driving?
John
Barnes
Oleana
first?
Let's go to
We're
him
going
first.
Barnes.
All right.
Go to the driver first? Okay.
Yeah, let's go to John first.
John was the driver, just so we're clear. Spencer
Yes.
was not the driver. All right. John Oleana, you guys go up to the door, knock on it, and you are greeted by a cute gnomish couple that come up to the door. Hello?
Hey.
Did you look up? they're
'Cause
about
gnomes
your
are-
height.
Gnomes are slightly taller than halflings. Halflings
Yeah.
are the smallest.
Not like
I'm,
high.
I'm trying not to do
A
the
little bit.
hello, kids. Are your parents home?
Yes, you are greeted by a cute gnomish couple.
Hello.
Hi.
Wait,
What can we do for you? Large group of people.
Rodrigo would have stayed in the car, and he's keeping an eye on the house.
Okay, good to know.
Maybe Mary should stay in the car too. She's a little intimidating size-wise.
Please, no, no, she's going with you.
Not go in there and grab Mary like you want to grab me.
Gosh.
All right. So anyway, that's my suggestion. You don't have to do it.
No, I think I agree that I'm gonna let you three do it because I don't look official, and I can talk to Rodrigo about all sorts of really clever ways to save money.
Where do you get 3?
2. We don't have the third character yet.
Just me and.
Yeah, what you talking
It's
about?
like-
You okay, Mary?
If y'all took a different route, maybe you would.
How many spliffs have you already smoked?
Listen, all right, am I under arrest? Otherwise, I don't need to answer questions.
Nah, I
Just
might
stay-
just
just
punch
stay
you
in
in
the
the
car.
face.
All right, so
Stay in the
you
car.
are Raven actively speaking with this gnomish couple. What are you saying?
Hi. So I am actually working with several other people, and we're trying to investigate what happened with the boys at the house and figure out maybe what caused everything. So perhaps you could answer some questions for us.
Oh goodness. What organization are you with? Are you with the local news? They already tried to come and get our stories.
No, we're not with news. We're more private investigation type people.
So, did one of the other families hire you?
No,
Mm.
we're freelancers.
You're Just sort of investigating, just a regular old, just mystery. All
We're
right.
more of a public interest group. We're trying to help.
That man
protect
looks very official. Raven, because you are leading this, why don't you roll to manipulate someone?
Okay. Let's see.
Come on.
Plus charm. Oh dear.
Oh no.
Oh dear, never sounds good.
Well, my plus charm is not the best.
I have no charm, so.
Oh, I actually rolled really well though. That's a 10.
That is a complete success. They do what you want.
Because with my minus one, with my minus one.
You rolled an 11. Jeez.
Yeah.
All right. What kind of questions can we ask or answer?
What can you ask?
They're asking what information can they give you?
We're investigating a mystery, right?
Yes.
So she can ask 2 questions?
No, she was rolling to manipulate someone. They are now on your side. They'll let you in the house. They'll let you speak with the boy if you want. What do you want, Evelyn?
She's gonna look to Adrian real quick.
Do you want to talk to John directly, or do we want to ask his parents the questions first?
His parents are fine for right now. I'm sure the boy is recovering from his injuries.
Fair enough. All right. So, do you know anything about the relationship between the boys? If they have a good relationship or not?
They have a fantastic relationship. Being next door neighbors really builds that. It's a unique relationship. They go out about town very often on their bikes. They like to see stuff. I know one of them recently got to driving age and got a car from his parents, and so they've been driving around. Of course, John, he likes to drive.
Yeah,
I think he was driving Spencer's car that night, so,
Do you know what they were doing out at the house all by themselves so late at night?
Well, I'd have to imagine that they snuck out, like teen boys are wont to do. Yes, we've already asked this by the newspaper. We have already talked about this with John.
Have you heard of any kind of fads or dares, like the pod eating things, and maybe a sit in scary house for the night kind of challenge thing going on?
I do not have a TikTok account, so I cannot speak to that, no.
Well, I'm just talking like maybe, local rumors or stories.
Well, I'm certain I wanted to check out the mansion. It's local legend. It's been
legend
there.
How?
I mean, it's been being built for over 40 years. The man died building this house. He lost his wife to it. He lost his kids to it. I mean, obviously you're a bit dedicated to your craft, but I don't know about being that dedicated. And you're speaking to a gnome. It was a very interesting story.
I did not know that. I'm sorry. Would there be any other reason they would be out at that area that late at night, unsupervised?
Otherwise, to have some fun, I can't think of anything now. You might get some better answers out of John if you think it'll help your investigation.
Well, we would not want to intrude if, you're his parents. I don't want to assume that we can just barge in and talk to him.
Maybe if
likes to whine. He didn't have any major wounds from the car wreck.
Okay, well, that would be great.
Maybe
That
if they saw or heard something, that would be useful information for us.
I mean, that could potentially help. John! And they stand at the door waiting for him to come down, and eventually they just sort of motion him in front of the door, and the two parents kind of walk off. Yeah, hi, what's up? My name's John, and you see this really skinny, gnomish kid with a flop of hair over to one side, bright blue eyes. What's up?
So,
We're trying to kind of figure out what happened to your friend, and we were wondering maybe if you could tell us if you remember seeing anything unusual or hearing anything that seemed strange.
When you mention his friend, you see his shoulders slump down into a much more... Like, he was squaring off, especially when he saw Adrian, putting up sort of a face, and then the moment you mentioned your friend, he dropped. I don't know. What do you want to know?
Well, do you remember much about, what we were doing right before it happened? Did you see anything out of the ordinary? Did you hear anything strange?
I mean, yeah, we were smoking weed. It's like, yeah, sure, but it doesn't, it's not a psychedelic. We were aware of what was going on. He went upstairs on a dare to pee off of the roof, and, you know, I didn't think it was gonna kill him.
Who dared him?
I think it was him.
Oh, all right. Well, So you dared him to go up. He went up, and then how long did you wait until you went to check on him, see what was going on?
Solid like 8 minutes. I mean, I just assumed it was taking him a while to get up. It's 5 stories, and it's a complex building.
True. So he wasn't gone that long.
Did you hear any strange noises during that time? Like unusual noises other than somebody tromping upstairs?
I mean, we were chanting the majority of the time. It would have been hard to hear. I mean,
chanting?
Yeah, it would just do it. I mean, you know, like cheering him on.
Challenging
that kind of
like
thing.
ritualistic.
Egging him on.
I mean, I don't know. People do things in haunted houses that are kind of weird sometimes.
You know, it's
just
getting
had
that
to
time of year.
clarify.
We wanted to get spooky.
Yeah, I mean, understandable.
I like to bring the two of them to my favorite little spots around town when we like to go sneak off.
So, other than him walking upstairs, and you heard no other kind of sounds, like maybe somebody else being in the house, that or anything unusual?
I mean, I guess at one point we heard a piece of wood drop, but I thought it would have been like a raccoon or something.
Piece of wood drop.
Yeah, I mean, it sounded like kind of a bang. You know, it's a little metallic.
Inside or outside?
It sounded like it came from inside.
Was it like a heavy bang, or was it just kind of like something falling over?
What am I supposed to say? Like heavy or light? It was a noise. Like, what do you want?
And we're just trying to help figure out what happened.
Sorry, I know. Whatever I can do, you know. I want to see his killer brought to justice. Because I'm not convinced that it was him falling off of the roof. He was fine. He didn't even have that much last night.
But if nobody else was there, who could have killed him? Why would you assume he was killed and it was not just accidental?
Well, thinking back on it, maybe the person was lying in wait. The bang, they could have made a mistake and tripped. Who knows?
Like, the newspaper said that there was a lot of blood where he had been, right?
There's a lot of blood. There's a lot of blood.
Out of story, was the body found inside or outside?
It was found inside. It was, as far as you're aware, it was found inside. You have not verified that information apart from what the newspaper told you.
Okay, and it was. I'm getting confused.
Because if he
was
off
found
the building,
on the bottom floor, or was he found on another floor?
You're not aware, but you know he wasn't found outside the building.
He was just found dead and
piecing two and two together. If he fell from a balcony, why was he found inside?
Right.
Yeah, if he was on the roof peeing, why was he inside? Okay, all right.
Well, thank you. That was actually very helpful.
Yeah. He looks at you, Raven. You want my number so that you can call me if you have any questions or anything?
Actually, yeah, that would be super helpful if we have any other questions.
Sweet. Instantly pulls his phone out and I'll text you and you can just text me back.
Yeah, of course. And she'll pull out her phone.
Fantastic.
I already have his
You guys
number,
do that.
so.
That happens.
Yeah.
And you make your way back to the truck.
Okay.
Well, that was kind of useful.
Yes, we've already eliminated he did not fall off the roof to his death. He was inside when he was found dead. They heard a loud bang, which may insinuate they were not alone in the house. So let us go to the other boy and see if he heard different bangings.
Yes. Maybe he can give us a little bit more information.
So you guys just walk next door to the Barnes home.
Yep.
And you knock on the door, and you see a rotund dwarven teen come up to the door with a buzz cut. And he has a gaming controller in his hand and a headset that is off one ear. Yeah, what's up?
Hey.
Hi.
I'm Raven. This is my colleague.
What's up? I'm Spencer. You seem pretty sick. You're kind of
I am Mr. Yanov.
suited.
So we're
I'm
looking
raiding
into.
currently. Can we make this quick?
Yeah.
Cool. No, so we're just trying to figure out like what happened with your friend because we're investigating and we were trying to, discover maybe anything that could help us.
I'm just gonna take that off.
Yeah, that's useful. But like, maybe you could tell us a little bit more information so that we can figure out what happened to him and bring the person to justice. Because it sounds like it wasn't an accidental sort of situation. So
you notice he was half.
And your friend next door said he heard noises.
Yes, you notice he was half paying attention to you until you mentioned his friend, and he just took the headset off. He is now fully at your attention. Yeah, I mean, heard some noises that night, I guess. I mean, it's out in the woods, old house, settling in the wind.
What kind of noises, though? Like, anything that seems out of the ordinary for creaky old houses?
I mean, there's a creaky old house. I mean, very, very creaky old house. I remember a loud bang at one point coming from upstairs. And I distinctly remember when we went up back into the house to check on him. There was a very loud bang. I guess it was similar to the first one. And it sounded like big, like boots coming down the stairs. Didn't sound like Alonzo's boots. No, it was a bigger man, I thought. And at that sound, we ran. Like, if someone's coming down the stairs to get us, we saw the blood, we ran.
All right. And the bang, did it sound like just something like falling over, or was it like a loud, like gunshot type thing?
No, it wasn't a gunshot. It sounded like, I take shop class. Like when you're hitting a nail with a hammer.
Right.
I would relate it to that.
Construction work sound.
I mean, yeah, construction work. It sounded more like a sledgehammer or like a mallet, something big,
The blood you saw was on the first floor?
Yeah, I think it rolled down the stairs.
Okay. So your friend was not on the first floor. You just assumed.
No, he wasn't there. We didn't see him, thank goodness. I don't want to know what that looked like.
Yeah.
He looks like he's starting to sway a little bit, getting kind of queasy.
All right. Thank you for your time. Kick butt in your raid. That sounds totally awesome. We're gonna get back to what we gotta do.
Yeah, thanks. Have a
do not inhale a raid though. It is not good for you.
Not that kind of raid. It's a game thing.
I get it. Thanks for the drug advice. I feel like I'm gonna be getting a lot of that. And then he just closes the door as he face palms.
And with that, Raven's gonna turn around and head back to the pickup truck. And before she gets in, she is actually going to climb up the side of like, because there's a step like on the side of the pickup truck, and she'll just kind of breathe on the glass on the window and draw a little smiley face, like, and then get in.
You guys see a woman, an older woman, exit from the house of the Ellis house, Alonzo's house, and start walking straight toward your car.
I haven't gotten in the car yet, so.
Yeah. So do you go up to greet her?
Tap. I'm gonna tap there for a second. I'm gonna tap on the glass real quick, indicating roll it down a crack so I can say something. And I'm assuming Rodrigo does that. Hey, Matthew McConaughey, if you could let the truck air out a little bit before I get back, I'd appreciate it. And then I turn toward the lady coming toward me.
Wait, do you know who Matthew McConaughey is?
I believe he is a spokesperson for Lincoln. Like the car company.
He's an actor, guys. Come on.
I'm pretty sure Mary would know who all right is.
Oh, I do. It doesn't mean I have to be honest.
An older-looking dragonborn woman comes up to you.
Oh,
easy, Josh.
She's got bronze scales, and she says, Are you speaking with the families about what had happened to my boy?
Yes, ma'am. Are you related to the lad who lost his life?
Yes, I'm his mother.
I'm sorry for your loss. I know this is hard. We did not want to bother you so soon.
My name is Grace. Grace Ellis. Please, if you are investigating this, I just thought, I'd come and ask, out of random thought, can you get his shoe back? Alonzo lost one of his shoes. For some odd reason, the police couldn't recover one. And it's just a piece of him that... He loved his shoes. He was big.
What kind of shoe was it?
It was an Air Jordan.
White, black?
White. He loved that
Okay.
thing.
And you're saying it's probably back at the house where he fell?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just hoping
We have not had a chance to go out there yet, but I will let the rest of my team know to keep an eye out for such a thing.
And she just slowly starts to cry in front of your face. Thank you.
It's okay. I give her, I'm not heartless, I give her an embrace. Well, I guess she's a dragonborn, she's up here.
No, she's not terribly taller than you. She's right at about your height, especially. She does seem to be a bit older.
I let her cry on my shoulder for a minute. It's okay. Loss is hard. I understand these things.
She says, may Lathander guide you.
And may you as well. Peace be with you.
Thank you. And she just slowly walks back to her house, holding onto a necklace in her hands that has a symbol of the sun.
That's not my necklace, was it?
No, it's not yours. She steals
I was going to stab that one.
Yeah.
You make your way back to
I'm
the car.
to kick some man. No.
All right, it is now about 7. Where are you guys?
AM?
Yeah.
PM.
Well, while we're going wherever we're going, I let them know what she wanted and to keep an eye out for a rather large Air Jordan shoe.
When they hop in the car, I have my phone out, and I'm exclaiming, no, here, Rodrigo doesn't get this. I'm trying to explain a meme to him. It's a very niche one.
It sounds very mean.
No, trust me. Well, it is a little mean, but in an post-ironic way, like a performative piece of art. Here, let me explain it to you guys.
Kind of like the blonde leading the
black.
blonde, right?
So actually, Rodrigo would have had a question about what type of Air Jordans they were.
I'm imagining
Josh, you are getting
Dragonborn
just beyond the cusp of my shoe knowledge. I just pulled out something that was I knew was expensive, and that's it.
Okay, then I would like to look at the house, and is the house expensive looking?
No, just looks like a regular suburban household.
So this boy
doesn't mean a thing.
No, to me,
kids have Air Jordans that can't afford them.
That's kind of the worry that I have is if he's got these Air Jordans.
He may have a rich grandma.
Maybe.
You don't know. Their house wouldn't reflect a rich grandmother.
I guess another good question would be to ask who brought the drugs with him. Because if this boy was pushing, here in Wyoming, weed is very illegal. And if he was pushing that, he might have been pushing something else. And when you push something else, you also get some enemies on the other side of things.
It's a lead to follow, not a bad one. We jot it down on my iPad.
What the hell is that?
Government issued.
It's funny. He knows shoe knowledge. Tech.
Where are you taking the team, Josh?
Arby! No.
Yeah, so we're gonna do drive-through at Arby's so I can use some of these coupons. But then after that,
there's no Arby's in the area. I've actually
Can we get Taco Bell instead? When you need a taco, you need a taco.
Well, I don't have coupons for Taco Bell. Maybe we could try
Taco Bell is
Wendy's.
99 cents. You don't need coupons.
I'm taking them to the Wild Bills.
You go to the Buffalo Bills Center
drive-through
of the West. Sun is starting to get low.
Fried chicken.
Buffalo Bills fried chicken. And you make your way up the steps. You find a nice parking spot, and you are greeted by a beautiful statue of the man himself, standing out front. And as you walk up, you see the place has been decorated in cobwebs. It has some hay bales, some scarecrows. It looks very ghoulish. And Buffalo Bill from a speaker says, "Howdy, folks, and welcome to the center of the West." You get the feeling that some sort of IR blaster caught you
Is
moving
the
by.
statue
And...
some kind of animatronic? Did it actually greet
No,
us?
it
Walked
was just
up to the car?
you heard it come from a nearby rock as if it was a fake speaker.
No.
A real speaker, fake rock. And you make your way inside, and it is not terribly busy, but there's a good number of folks around. There is a desserts and snack table with a big punch bowl that is brightly colored orange, and you see a number of folks walking around in similar to park ranger attire, but it's obviously the outfit that they wear working here. You see a tall human man with dark green eyes standing at a station labeled Yancey Meets Roosevelt. You see a large furbolg woman at a station labeled Steamboat on Stevenson Island. You see a rotund orc man next to a place called Newlyweds in the Inn. And you see a very tall elven woman, tan-skinned with long black hair, standing next to one called the Smith Mansion.
I think that's the one we want over there.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go grab a Snickers real quick from the snack bar, and I'll meet you there.
If you could grab me 3 Musketeers, that'd be great.
If they only have 2, is that all right,
I
Rodrigo?
would like 4 musketeers if they have them.
Okay, wonderful. I'm on it.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you take 3 musketeers, you get 4 of them, and then you cut them so that you can get 4 musketeers.
Well, you cut 1 in half, so he has 2.
Oh yeah,
He's like a child. He doesn't have like that level of object permanence.
Nope.
And right about now, Thomas is seriously questioning his
now
judgment.
it's now that I'm questioning my judgment after the 5th bring up of Arby's.
Arby's. That reminds me.
And just so you know, Hob, your character is not the person I have described yet. We will get to that. Cool,
It's completely fine. I'm just hanging out. I love this.
No, yeah, it's great. You are actually in the museum here with them. You do see this odd ragtag group of people walk in. But you
Do
all...
I?
Yes.
Okay,
you do.
cool.
You all walk up
She's
to
like,
this...
I'm so glad I joined this party.
You all walk up to this tall elven woman. She has a feather tied into the braids of her hair, and her name tag reads Kateri Askew, and she has a crow that has been etched into her nameplate next to her badge. And you don't see that crow on anyone else's nameplate.
I'm
And
gonna lean
she
forward.
greets you. Hello.
I'll miss the was that a handshake she was going for, or what?
It was a mild bow in your direction.
Okay. I'm gonna lean forward and say, crow or a raven. Pretty good etching. There's a few tips I could give you if you
You
wanna,
lean in and she kind of backs away from you. Let's please keep our... Would you like to hear the story of the Smith Mansion? Fantastic. Evelyn, you're muted. I think.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yep.
Okay. I sometimes my mic gets weird, but yeah.
Fantastic.
Raven goes, I would.
Francis Lee Smith was an architectural engineer. Here, let's actually get some spooky music. Let's do this proper.
Ooh.
Spooky music.
Now we're gonna do stuff properly.
Now we're gonna... Hey, you know, Pat, I try my best to do 6 jobs behind the scenes. It's
Do they have
hard.
curly fries? At the
Josh,
snack
I'm
booth?
just gonna kick you from the group.
Do it! Do it!
Bye.
He is the cat rustler.
All right. Francis Lee Smith was an architectural engineer who took advantage of a wildfire law that allowed free use of burned timber across the park. And with a well-timed burn in 1971, he gathered lots of wood and began working on his vision. At first, the building was normal, but it expanded outward and upward. It wasn't until 21 years later that Francis was working on the 5th story of his house when a rough breeze caught a loose board, knocking him from the top all the way down. He wasn't found for 2 days, where they found his body had been eaten by coyotes. Stories say that on windy nights, you can hear the sound of his steel-toe boots, or large iron mallets stomping and clanking around. And she sort of finishes her story on that note.
And do you believe this strictly?
Strictly? Absolutely.
Huh. So, do you read the news?
I read the news, yes.
Did you happen to catch the article this morning?
Yes, I did catch the article. We considered pulling this story due to its odd timing and the events of what have occurred, but we believe that it serves as a good lesson that the mansion is nothing to be messed with.
Why do you say odd timing?
Given the fact that a boy died there last night, I do think that telling a ghost story of its location is maybe a bit rough, personally. But I was asked to tell this story tonight, and that is what I'm doing.
You have empirical proof of these sounds and
there is no empirical proof of anything ghosts do. But, based on evidences gathered and rumors, I believe them to be true.
Well, I mean, if you put stock into EMF readings, then of course you could scientifically track ghost and paranormal phenomena.
She turns her head when you say that. What do you know of EMF readings?
Well, electromagnetic readings, ghosts are things of energy, so they obviously, according to the laws of physics, disrupt different energy fields. So if you have the proper equipment, certainly, I'm sure you could identify the presence of such an entity.
You see her kind of chuckle mildly to herself.
Rodrigo, can you get your sawed-off shotgun from your truck?
What?
Do you personally believe in the ghost?
Absolutely.
What's that?
Have you seen a ghost?
I believe I have, yes. And you see her give a very confident smile.
Have you seen a ghost at this house?
I have never personally been to the mansion myself. It is not supposed to be gone to, as it is dangerous.
But yet there are no blockades stopping people from going there.
I'm certain there were blockades that these small children were able to overcome.
When it comes to the matters of the supernatural, the authorities don't really care too much about that, or they're too willing to hide it and justify undesirables going missing in the name of population controls. Really, there's an article I can send you, Adrian, if you're interested in that kind of thing.
You're asking an awful lot of questions about the supernatural.
Well, I'm just an enthusiast,
I was gonna say that's just kind of Mary's thing. She's
annoying. Ignore her.
And what about you, little one? What is your
Me?
thing in this? Why are you all here tonight? Is it for the food?
Okay, how come she gets to call her little one, but when I make little short jokes, I'm rude?
It's about the way you say it. She asked you that question.
We're investigating what happened to see if we can figure out what caused all of this.
And you see her posture immediately get more stiff. You are?
Yes.
Well, let me tell you, that house should not be messed with. It is dangerous.
Well,
and it is foolish.
Well, let me ask you this. Using my hold that I got earlier, one of the two I have remaining, if you're an expert, so-called, on this whole house haunting, what would this ghost want from the person? I mean, if it's so dangerous, why are we assuming that it's dangerous all of a sudden?
I would have to imagine that it probably didn't appreciate the child pissing off of its roof. If he worked so hard to make such a masterful creation. I also heard rumor that they spray painted the place. I personally wouldn't appreciate someone coming into my house and spray painting it.
So you believe that this ghost has some ownership over the house, or at least feels as though it does?
If it is any ghost, it is Francis's. And of course he has ownership over it. He built it by hand.
Very interesting.
What source do you have that says the children were spray painting? Because that's the first I've heard mention of it.
I've heard rumors. I have connections around the town, and plenty of people have come in at this exact station and told me any and all rumors they've heard about these boys from last night. And trust me, people in this town love to talk.
Funny, no mention of spray painting was given to us from anybody.
Well, just
We've
leave that in
spoken
the
to.
news.
Listen,
The news
she
loves
leans in
dirty
rather
laundry.
close, noticing that another group is coming. I have to get on to other people. If you would like to speak with me further about this, and you see her kind of go a very different and more confident demeanor in the way she's speaking, meet up with me after I have to close tonight.
That is good. Give me a call when you are ready. We'll be back. And I hand her one of my cards.
She politely hands it back. Meet by the statue at sundown.
Okay.
Alright. Thanks.
Mary, sundown means when the sun goes below the horizon.
Alright, what do you guys do? Do you go to any of the other stations?
How many stations are there?
There's 3 others.
Do they look interesting, or are they just filled with general trivia of...
You get the feeling that your keeper might have prepared a similar spiel for 3 different ghost stories that are about as long as the one you just heard, in terms of just the actual story, not the all bunch of questions afterwards.
I'm interested. Do I know the other Fearbolg woman here?
No, you do not.
Okay, very interesting. I'm at least interested to go say hi.
All right, you walk over. She says, "Howdy, how's it going?"
Oh, howdy, y'all.
All right.
I see that. I'm sorry. Let me start over. What's your name?
Jennifer.
Oh, where are you from?
Here.
Oh.
What's up? Sorry, would you like to hear the story? My name tag says that.
Yeah, the story.
Great.
Let's.
Fantastic. In the 1920s, a park employee was told by his supervisor to go inspect the wrecked E.C. Waters steamboat on Stevenson Island. Supposedly, there were partygoers aboard it the night before, but the man encountered much more than floating beer bottles and hungover trespassers. A storm began to swell just as he came across a body in soaked clothing that resembled the fashions of an earlier century. The man had no pulse, his eyes were bulging, and his face was blue. However, as suddenly as the employee had come across the body, it vanished, as did the impending storm.
Very cool. Thank you, Jennifer. It was great to meet you.
Thanks.
Great. I'm gonna waddle back over to Raven and the others and say, I think I made a friend. Her name's Jennifer. Oh, darn! I forgot to tell her my name. How is she gonna call me or look me up on all of the internet search sites? Ah,
You
don't
can
worry.
always
I'll
go
just
back over there.
Hey, don't worry. I'll just look up her number online.
What time does the sun set here? Because you said it was like 7 p.m. before we headed here.
Yes, sundown is about 8:30.
Okay. And it's
Does
probably
the
about
elf
what time?
lady... Sorry, go ahead, Josh.
It's probably about what time now?
8.
Wonderful.
I know that
Does
seems
the elf
late.
lady
I'm just
look
making
like she's
stuff up.
moving from
I
spot
was
to
gonna
spot?
say if it's October, that
I
would
know.
be very late sundown.
I'm just making stuff up. It's also flatter out here, so go with me on this.
Yeah.
Got it.
And you're higher up, which actually is a thing, but
There would also
please.
be mountains, so it would be...
I don't want anyone in the chat telling me what time the sun goes down today.
Let's
if you do
see.
that, Evelyn will deal with
What?
it swiftly.
Time.
I'll sick my mod friend on you. Okay,
Thomas,
you guys.
does the elf lady stay at that one spot telling the same story over and over?
She does.
Or
It
is she
looks
going
like it
to
is
the
her
other
station.
It is very
Okay,
sad.
so we would need to go to the other stations to hear anything else, right?
Yes, if there were other stories that you wish to hear, like the one that Mary heard, you would have to go to other stations.
I look at Raven and go, come, let us go see what else we can find while these two play.
Right, so the only ones left are a rotund orc man and a tall human man. Next to signs, the human is next to one called Yancey Meets the President, President Roosevelt, and the other one is the newlywed couple in the Old Faithful Inn.
I'll go to the old couple. Or the old inn and the couple. I'd like to start off with... does the sun usually set this late? I'm a little nervous.
Yeah, it does, bud. All right.
Wow.
He's got a bald head, dark brown eyes, deepish green brown skin, 2 small tusks that peek up over his bottom lip.
Yes.
All right. Would
All
you
right.
like to hear the story?
I would love to.
In 1915, a newlywed couple decided to spend their month-long honeymoon at Yellowstone's Old Faithful Inn. But the two had a fight over money. The husband had wasted away the dowry drinking and gambling. And eventually, the husband stormed out, leaving the new wife behind. After a few days with no sighting of the bride leaving their room, the staff went to check on her and found her beheaded in the bathroom. Her severed head was eventually discovered in the crow's nest, the raised platform the band uses in the inn. People claimed to see the bride walking down from the crow's nest at the stroke of midnight. According to an employee, she floats down the stairs and along the corridor until she reaches the door of the room she was murdered in. Carrying her own head under her arm, she vanishes.
Does she ever harm anyone? Any stories like that, or just that she has a midnight stroll?
This stuff ain't real. It's just a story. I mean, the story is real. The ghost is obviously not, but...
To hear about those kids?
Yeah. I mean, it's an unfortunate story. A good story about the use of drugs, but
Yeah.
a story nonetheless.
Yeah. Sad to hear about them, though.
Yeah,
Well, thank you.
I got other people I gotta talk
Yeah,
to, Philip.
no, please.
Go
Go
get you
for it.
a cup of punch. Stuff's good.
Thank you. See you, brother.
And then the other two, you guys walk up to this tall human man, dark hair, green eyes. Hello. Welcome to the center of the West.
No.
Would you like
You
to
have
hear
a
the
story
story?
for us.
I do. 77-year-old John F. Yancey met President Roosevelt during the dedication of the Roosevelt Arch in Gardner, Montana in 1903. But he caught a cold at the event and died of pneumonia soon after. Park employees claim that Yancey's ghost took up residence in Yellowstone's Roosevelt Lodge, and that he can be a bit of a nuisance. Sometimes they'll hear a tin cup banging on the walls of the employee quarters in the early hours of morning. Other times, things will be hidden before reappearing in random places. Yancey's ghost is also said to be notorious for unsaddling horses, particularly if they've been previously ridden by pretty girls.
Well, thank you.
I
Very
imagine it's because he
interesting
doesn't want him
story.
to leave, but maybe he's just a bit of a weirdo.
Likely.
Well, I hope you guys enjoy the event. Go check out the other stories if you haven't.
Thank you for your time. Well, I'm bored to death. Anybody else?
Great, thanks.
I think
Good to hear.
I think that the story about the actual house is the most useful information, and maybe that someone was trying to use the facts of the ghost story to frighten the children away and cover up their murderous tendencies.
I agree.
Are you telling me we have a Scooby-Doo Old Man Jenkins
I was about to say
situation?
the same thing. It feels a lot like Scooby-Doo. We've already got the crew all together.
What is
nice.
this doobie schooling doing?
Well said, Adrian. Well said.
All right. Well, it's 8:29 right now, so we might as well get outside.
Yeah,
to
you see
that.
people of basically the place is empty at this point. The stations are starting to be cleared. They're starting to scoop up any leftover food.
Is
Right,
the snack
before
bar
they-
empty yet?
You can grab a last minute 4 Musketeers.
Ah, lovely.
Are
I was
they-
thinking more Snickers because I am not myself when I am hungry.
All right, and you guys make your way outside. The
Oh.
sun has set under the horizon. The entirety of the globe of the sun is down, but the sky is still a bit colorful, and nobody is around. You all are waiting around by the statue, and the fog lights that are outside dim, and you see the lights inside go out, and nobody exits the front door. How long do you guys stand there waiting for?
Let's say 30 minutes.
She said wait by the statue when the sun goes down, right?
Yep.
Is the sun down?
The sun is down.
And she's not there.
All right. You guys wait a couple of minutes, we'll say.
Yeah, I can say no more than 5 before I start getting my little antsy foot tapping.
You get your foot tapping going, and once you start doing that, you hear, "Howdy, folks, and welcome to the center of the West." come from the speaker at your feet.
Motion activated.
No, it's not. Says
What?
a voice from behind you.
Oh, sneaky little devil. Is she standing behind us, I take it?
No. No one is around.
Like zoinks.
I don't like this.
Dakota, you come around the corner of a bus stop that is nearby.
Surprise! Wait, is it me? Am I the one talking?
No, you are not the one who said the
Cool.
thing to Raven.
Nice.
Ignore the floating voice.
And
It doesn't know what it's talking
Dakota,
about.
you know that for a fact.
Indeed, I do.
A moment passes. What do you do as you walk up to this group?
Do I hear the voice greet them?
You do.
Did she hear the voice say that it's not voice activated?
Yes.
Or motion activated?
I know it's not voice activated. At least not right now.
Well, you are.
I do believe that my friend welcomed you. Did he not?
Indeed, I did, Dakota. Thank you very much. And you
You're very
all see
welcome,
the
Buffalo.
statue behind you's mouth ever so slightly creaking and moving.
You said it wasn't an animatronic.
I am not animatronic.
How are you talking then?
I hear y'all are interested in ghosts, and as he says that, you see the face of a ghostly form of Buffalo Bill lean forward from the statue. Would you like to learn some stuff? And that's where we're gonna take our break.
Yeah, because I just had to pee it out of me.
I have to go to the bathroom really bad as well.
Oh,
so we will take
Go
a quick
Peepus.
3 or 4 minute break.
Go to the bathroom.
We'll be
Go to the
right
bathroom.
back.
Go to the bathroom. Yeah.
Flush sound.
While he's not here, we can take over the stream.
Nice.
Okay,
Yes.
so Arby's.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. What are Arby's? What's the correlation of Arby's and aliens?
Our
What I
first
found out
session.
recently
Oh.
is that they ride around in white tic-tac shape
TikTok.
pods,
Tic-tac.
which Arby's has red and white themed. So if you think about it, the inside it's probably all red like a luxury car, and then
Oh,
the
I bet it is.
outside, and then when you open it, it smells like roast beef.
Aliens do that.
I feel like they would. Why wouldn't they?
But
Arby's doesn't exist anywhere else in the universe.
no, but there is definitely an Arby's in this town, unlike what Thomas said. We
Yeah,
were
Thomas
there.
was such a jerk.
I've heard
Saying that it
about
wasn't
Arby's.
there.
Yeah, he can't
He
gaslight
can't
us.
he can't keep Arby's from us.
No, he cannot.
We want the meats.
We want we want the runs. Mm.
Arby's. We have answers.
Oh, I feel like Chandler's character. What's your character's name again?
Mary.
Mary.
Mary?
I feel like Mary has that shirt. Arby's. We have the answers.
I swear I leave for 5 seconds. And all I hear in the chat is Arby's.
Yes, that's exactly what you're going to hear because you have stolen our joy.
The
Go grab
only
some water.
happiness we had. Arby's was all I had left in this world, Thomas. I'm so hungry, but I know I don't want to eat until I can like sit down for a meal. Because I haven't eaten yet today.
You should eat.
No.
Yes.
No, because if I'm gonna eat, I want to eat one of the enchiladas I have.
Oh, I want enchiladas so bad now, Josh.
Dude, I have like 5 enchiladas left that I made, and they're so good. They're so freaking good. After this, I'm gonna eat some food, watch some anime, and then get right back to work, which is
I'm
why I was
making
late.
lasagna after this.
Oh, lasagna sounds really good too.
And for
I
everyone,
wanted to make an enchilada lasagna.
ooh, my
Mm.
friend's parents make an amazing enchilada lasagna. Like, literally, it's all our friend group talks about whenever we go over to their house. It's like, are you going to be making this thing?
Enchilada? Enchilada.
I'm not even joking. It is an actual thing, and it's really good.
Oh yeah, like literally I've talked, so my aunt and uncle are like food connoisseurs, like they were amazing. They used to be food critics, and we talked about the possibility and the way to make a really good enchilada. And because I was like, it's pretty much the same thing, except for not. Like it's the same kind of concept: bread, meat, sauce, vegetables if you so wish.
Yeah. We do have a hard stop at 8 o'clock for everyone, just so you're aware. Which means...
Wait, 8 o'clock? That's 3 hours and 40 minutes for me.
8 o'clock Central Time.
Which
I put it in the...
an hour and 40 minutes left, which means, for all you players, let's try and keep on task.
Okay, so Arby's.
All right.
Yes.
I have 2 luck left, and I'm so tempted to kill Rodrigo, but now that I know this is a more than a one-shot, I'm so tempted not to now.
You have 2 luck left, and I am very willing to help you use them.
It's Rodrigo. Rodrigo's actually a pretty fun character. I was hoping I would be able to kill him in the first one-shot, but now that there's a second one, I feel...
in love with him?
Yeah, I have. I definitely really like him. And I had someone reach out to me saying I looked really good in this outfit. And I'm like, oh, well then, maybe I should keep it off.
Someone special?
Chandler.
Yeah.
This is just for you.
Oh?
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, fuck.
Hey,
what did I just come back
everyone
to?
in the chat, how is volume for us?
Oh. Hail to the na. The na na na.
Am I still really quiet, or have I been good on volume compared to everyone else?
It's so hard to hear
Be right
you.
back. I need like a couple minutes.
I'll miss you. I love you.
You can't take what minutes we don't have.
Goodness.
She's
on a scale of good to bad, Robert.
On a scale of 1 to
compared
Arby's.
to them?
Arby's being the absolute best.
Oh god.
I haven't had Arby's in so long.
For probably a reason.
I haven't had it since childhood.
Good. It'll kill you.
Why? I feel like Arby's is better than most of the other fast food
Really?
places.
That's the place you would go with over others?
I mean, like, they have the meats. Like,
you know what,
Josh?
Josh? You would.
They have meat. They could have.
I mean, if we're talking about compared to Wendy's and
what? Don't
freaking,
you
like...
come for Wendy's?
Okay, I love
you
Wendy's. Don't get me wrong. I love Wendy's.
I don't want to hear
You
that.
like
about
Wendy's?
Burger King, because they recently took away like a bunch of like really fake ingredients from the menu, and now it's all good food. But it used to
I
be
have not
bad.
had Burger King since childhood either.
No.
Burger
The
King is definitely
Impossible
the worst.
Whopper is not real food.
But you know what's crazy? They took 120 artificial ingredients off of their menu.
Yeah,
What?
but they still have that 1,087.
Oops.
They may have added that 120 just to take it away the next day. How do we know? It's all a conspiracy, Thomas.
Taco Bell only uses 7 ingredients. So.
Oh, also, Chandler, have you ever heard of the show Last Podcast on the Left? I feel like you would love it. It's a mix of like actual history, conspiracy talk, cryptid talk, alien talk.
Josh, that is so funny.
Yeah. Josh, there's something you don't know, which is that when I was making this character, my online handle for Mary is the last account on the left.
That's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was going to be the last username on the left.
It was something like that. It was definitely just... That's so funny.
That's
that you
so
bring that
what
up.
is that? What is that joke? Is there a joke with last something on the left?
Like the bathrooms at the last door on the left. I think
Oh.
that's the joke.
Oh.
Is
I
that
don't
they
think it
could
has
call
to do with political orientation or anything like that.
Oh, that's so weird. Yeah, it's a really good podcast, really funny. And if you're looking for actual like historical facts and knowledge, you get that, but you also get the conspiracy talk while also getting the weird political like jokes and talk.
Yeah, that's fun. One of the other ones I really like is the dollop. Have you ever heard of that one?
No.
No.
Like
The dollop.
like a dollop of something?
Daisy?
That's yeah.
That's
That's how
gross.
it's spelled. It's 2 comedians that go through American history, but it's not like in the last stage of the Revolutionary War, blah blah blah. It's like they cover the satanic panic of Procter and Gamble, the company in the 80s.
Mhm.
They do the largest manure pile in America. They have a story on that, and how there was like a
White House?
neighborhood in Chicago that was like just doing everything they could to get this thing moved.
We are all back. Let's get back to live.
All right.
So
Okay,
can
so
get
I was
break.
looking at the
They
different
can see your
specials that
faces
Arby's
now.
has going
Hi,
on.
everyone. Welcome back from the
Arby's.
break. I hope you
Howdy.
enjoyed it. All right, so you guys are now talking with the ghost of Buffalo Bill Cody, and along with a seemingly new member of someone you've met who looks strikingly similar to the elven woman you spoke with inside.
Listen, I haven't even said anything about joining yet, so don't involve me in something that I haven't volunteered myself to be in. Feeling everyone out right now.
Now, I will remind you, Hob, your mother told you to go with them no matter what they said.
Oh, no, reluctantly, I have to do what my mom says. So
Your mama done
I'm
told
here.
you.
Oh, question. For,
Meet my friend Buffalo Bill.
From Mary.
That is your oath on your character sheet, by the way.
Bill.
So
Bill.
from Mary to Bill, I'm gonna pull down the glasses.
Could have been worse.
Are you really Buffalo Bill?
My darling, do I look like anyone else?
All right, I'm gonna use the suspicious mind. Is he lying?
No.
Great. This guy
Offended.
checks out.
Well, wait. Does it say that that only works on regular people?
If someone lies to you, you
So
know
normally that does not matter with monsters because monsters work on a different level. This man is technically a monster because he's a ghost. You
That's
can't
effed
tell.
up. That's
Great.
I
effed
don't
up.
think Ghost
Really,
constitutes a
Thomas?
monster.
Just because he's a ghost makes him a monster?
In terms of the game's rules, because you can't charm monsters, you can only charm people.
He's a great American hero, though.
Also,
And technically, my friend is not a person; he's a monster.
also Thomas
Yeah.
Hobbs
I'm gonna
isn't on
pull the
screen.
glasses back up.
Oh, do I have
and
the
just be
wrong-
like,
Thank you.
this guy
Josh.
checks
No,
out.
it's fine. I'll be our sponsors because technically it's true.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you for that
That's
call.
valid. No problem, I got you.
You
Finally.
called it out in chat, and I didn't even notice that.
It's okay. We
I
need
have
to
it down
get
on my
the
phone.
Arby's
I'm not
dice.
looking there. I'm looking at your beautiful faces. Thank you. What are you guys doing?
Arby's beautiful.
Listen, he goes, listen, I only got enough time as there's color in the sky before the sun goes down fully. If you got any
that was already
questions...
down.
No. Look up, and you can see after sundown, the sky still remains colorful for a number of minutes after sundown. You get the feeling that you have a limited amount of time to speak with him before he disappears. If you got questions about Ghost Little Missy, I'd ask him now.
It's kind of like Night at the Museum, but not.
But worse.
It's more limited.
Twilight at the
Well,
museum.
if you're a ghost, that must mean that there are. Do you know anything about this house? Do you ghosts talk to each other? Is there like a ghost
I am
syndicate?
bound to this here statue and the center behind me, although I like to inhabit the statue as much as possible.
You don't have like ghostly internet.
Unfortunately, we haven't gotten that far in our technological advancement. No.
Ethereal net.
Yeah,
He-
I
he's
have
a-
had to learn
he's a ghost.
quite a lot about your ticks and your talks since I was last stepping upon this here earth.
I do not have ticks.
As much as I'd like to talk about an app used for Chinese surveillance, how about we get to the point, I suppose, Mr.
Yes,
Buffalo
please.
Bill?
I
He's
agree.
here. He's here to tell us something. Let us listen.
Listen, I
Yeah.
got enough time for about 3 questions.
Well,
And
the
I will,
first.
Are they
I will
specific?
prefer to listen to Dakota before I listen to any of y'all because I do believe that she is on her proving.
What's that mean?
That's one of the
does
3
that mean?
questions. No.
You have to complete this mystery before you can prove entry into the secret organization that you want to get into.
It's a super secret organization. Don't tell anyone.
That sounds cool.
Yeah,
You
but don't
guys-
tell anybody.
You guys
Okay.
This
notice
ghost ain't good at keeping
near the
secrets.
same spot that the woman you were speaking with, Kateri, had on her badge, there's a small crow etched into the chest of Buffalo Bill's statue.
The Order of the Crows. I got you.
How can we
Again.
tell if it's a crow or a
The
raven?
Black Crows
You know
was my
what,
favorite.
Josh? It's a bird, bud, but I told you it's a crow, so shush.
Dakota looks at him just like,
You've got time for 3 questions, and you're wasting it on this.
Dakota looks down at like her wrist, clearly no watch, and she's like, I'd say you guys have about 4 minutes, 5 minutes. Make him count.
Well, if you don't have a question, the most important, I have a question. Questions. Mr. Ghost, Mr. Bill, William, if I may. if we have to, let's say, go toe-to-toe with a ghost, how would we stop it? We can't punch it unless... Wait, can we?
I could punch
Alright,
the ghost.
so magical attacks tend to pierce the veil. Ghosts are also able to move between corporeality and non-corporeality, hanging in between at certain times of the day and in certain presences of other things. I have personally found that burning bear fat and arenaria, it's a horrible mountain flower. God, I hate it. Call it mountain wort, because that's what I call it. Along with a mixture of sage, tends to bring them out of their incorporeality, at least helping you to land a few blows. Silvered weapons also tend to be a good friend.
Mr. Ghost, you said that you are one with the ghost community. Do you know that this ghost of, and please forgive me because I keep forgetting his name.
Francis Smith.
Is this Francis Smith actually a ghost?
I have every reason to believe that there is a ghost in that house. Again, like I said, have not been able to verify because I have not had any reason to send any of my people. Or, again, I cannot make it to the house as I am bound to this here location. However,
Location or statue? We could take the statue with us.
I mean, it's the
I
ground.
don't think that's something that's actually possible,
Listen,
friend.
do you guys even know why ghosts come about?
People die in bad circumstances?
You are perfectly correct there,
They
Little
have
Lizzie.
unfinished business.
Unfinished business, says the oddly dapper man, and he is correct. My business is far, far from finished in this here land, and I guarantee you, you can probably guess what Francis's unfinished business is.
His house not being finished?
That's a good guess.
So we burn down house, he goes away, right?
The unfortunate part about being a ghost is we are very hardy when killed. We will not go away unless our business has been completed.
So we get some contractors.
I doubt it's that complicated, but try speaking with the man, at the very least. Listen, I got about 45 more seconds.
Great.
Don't worry, Bill, I've been counting.
Settle with an argument, then.
No, let's
you be
not
kicked out
ask
by
a relevant
electromagnetic reading?
question. Ask a
Sorry,
relevant question.
Chandler, what were you about to ask?
What would be the best way to make this Mr. Ghost go away without harming other people?
Like I said,
40 seconds.
bear fat, mountain wort, sage, burn it, bring him into corporeality, speak with him while you can, and then end him on the spot to at least give you a little bit of time to complete the task that he set out, because he will try and kill you if he is not as gathered as myself.
Oh, great. Great point, Adrian. But can you be detected by EMF readings? This is to settle an argument. This is very important.
Yes.
Yes.
35 seconds.
And as he was listing all the things off again, like Raven actually pulled out her like notepad on her phone and put all the information
Fantastic.
in the phone.
And remember,
Okay,
you
last
guys are
question.
also able to use D&D resources to look up ghosts and their weaknesses. I can read some off for you because I prepared some. Anyways, Pat.
Last question. Is Mr. Ghost actually Professor so-and-so in a really bad costume with some Great Dane hunting him?
That is a good thought as well. Be prepared for both. And Dakota, good luck on your proven. As the color from the sky disappears, you see his face move back into the statue, and Bill
5,
disappears.
4, 3, 2.
I think he's already
What?
gone.
If we're going the silver route, just keep the silver away from me, okay, thanks.
I don't know what that means, but sure, whatever you say.
If needs be, I could put some silver shavings into an empty shell so I can shoot them out of the shotgun. Or I could put some salt in there as well.
Could we not just crush some Centrum silver and sprinkle it all over the...
That's not actually silver.
What?
Well,
False advertising.
If we're worried about... pardon me. Yeah, Dakota, please.
You're perfectly pardoned. What exactly is your plan? Because I have a very tight schedule that I gotta keep up with.
Well, your friend said we must finish his project once we talk to him, which I'm assuming we must fix something in his house that's broken, bring him to life, find out what his thing is, and then kill him.
Well,
Primarily,
Does this sound correct?
primarily.
Oh, okay.
As an initiate into a monster hunting order, that sounds very correct.
Raven, what are you saying?
Primarily trying to figure out who killed that poor boy and, you know,
We may
maybe find
find
some justice.
we may find that answer when we speak to the ghost.
Question. Out of roleplay before we continue.
Yes.
Everything.
Yes.
What does Dakota know?
All of it. You've actually secretly been getting this
Everything.
information. The same
Cool.
stuff that they got from the families. You are aware of everything that they are aware of.
At some point out of game, once everything's over, if we can like relay or have something written down so I can like learn it.
Yeah.
As far as what's happened. Cool.
Great.
Continue. Sorry.
Good job paying attention.
Wait, we're
No,
No,
supposed
I
to be
did, but I
writing
need
stuff
it written
down?
so I can like
No, I feel
memorize
that.
it.
I
You
feel
know.
that. I feel that.
Yeah.
If you have any
I know
questions
some,
about
but
what
not
has
everything.
occurred, just ask me, because I have it all written down.
Cool.
Also, just so you are aware, I fully plan on you guys completing this mystery within the next hour and a half.
Oh boy.
I'll figure it out. Don't worry.
Let's do it.
To the car! To the truck! Come on, Dakota, hop in the back!
It is dark. It is nighttime at this point.
Oh,
Very hesitantly.
Do you think we could stop by my
Don't.
my prefab home? That way I can
You got
grab
so
some
close there,
equipment.
Chandler.
I need to
Yeah.
grab some equipment to settle this. This is very important to prove this person wrong.
I'm guessing it's your ghost hunting equipment.
Well, yeah, it's EMF readers.
Can
yeah.
we EMF that?
Well, I mean,
So-
Rodrigo, I don't see there's any reason to be
And
so.
Chandler, as the character who was most tied to D&D last game, I will remind you that you are all able to cast magical spells, as long as you are aware of the verbal, somatic, and material components that said spells contain. However, you have to learn those, either from some sort of Dungeons & Dragons resource book, or otherwise. There are lots of undead affecting spells in D&D, if you wish
I mean,
to
Yeah.
find them.
We bought that book last time, didn't we?
You did.
Oh, yeah, the PDF of the bestiary, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
How's the bestiary gonna have spells in it?
I have a
I got
handbook.
the player's handbook.
Me too.
You both.
Wait, you all did more research after I showed you Dungeons and Dragons?
Oh, it sounded really interesting. Yeah. I like this whole
You guys
character
realize that
creation
we're like
portion.
on a time schedule, right? She's
What
already
time?
like in the
We're
trunk
heading, we're
of like.
heading to the truck. This is discussion happening as we're walking to the truck
I
right
imagine
now.
it's
Hurry
also
up.
being discussed while you are driving, because there's
Yeah.
probably a 3-seat row in the back, which means
Yeah.
Dakota, in theory, you can fit in the back of the car if you so wish.
I'm gonna
want
ride.
to.
I'm gonna ride
I'm
in
not
the
sure
bed
she'd
because
want
I'm
to.
going to be relaying info to my agency.
Are you attempting to gain any
Um,
tools or knowledge?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm just letting them know what I've found out so far, so
Great.
they can start their own
So-
investigation.
Dakota and you are both in the bed of the truck then. Because Dakota's not going to be sitting in the actual truck with strangers.
Fair.
I'll take up.
Basically, want to see if they can upload some spells onto my iPad for me.
Then I will ask you to roll to deal with the agency, if that is the case.
They have to look it up first. I'm not dealing with that yet.
Are you? I'm asking. Are you asking the PNRDC to download spells onto your iPad or your friends?
You what?
Do you want
Oh,
your
no.
agency to do that?
I'm letting the agency know that spells may be involved, so as part of their research of what I've given them. When I ask for my info,
If you want spells, they might be able to get them for you. Okay. All right. Good to know.
I'm watching him do it, right? Just want to make sure.
I imagine he's pretty
It's weird.
secretive about it, but you can visually see
I'm
that
in
he's
the
Just
on
back
an
of the
us in the
iPad.
bed of the truck.
I'm in the bed. I'm in the back of the truck. I'm
Me
not
too. I'm
inside.
there with you.
Ew.
Yeah,
Mm.
exactly. Listen, Dakota's not happy. She called it first. She's not happy about this either. God, I hate new people so much.
Rodrigo is just reading while
I've
driving.
explained.
Oh,
to you.
good. Very safe
Roll
of
to
him.
act under pressure.
Yeah.
How
I
much
use luck.
have you had?
Do you use
Oh
luck?
no!
You just straight up use
I-
luck. All
I
right.
use luck.
You have one more luck to spend.
Ooh.
You succeed. You are able to drive while texting. If anyone wants to say anything about that, and the
It's not
ramifications-
texting. I'm reading my book.
Yeah, an ex-cop who's getting onto a kid about weed is gonna.
I
do
was
that.
not.
Just like a real cop.
I was not. It was Adrian that was. He
Yeah,
was down.
You did.
He
point
was
it
in the truck. We left Rodrigo behind in the truck.
Anyways, besides the point of hypocrisy, We are moving on to, what are you guys doing? Are you guys just driving to the house? Or are you doing any sort of research before you get to the house in terms of spell casting? Or other weaknesses of ghosts? Because I can
looking at
my house.
Why don't I just straight up read some stuff about ghosts to you guys? Because I don't see why you would not be able to find this.
I'm trying to investigate the local locations of this fart flower he was talking about.
Actually, who wants to head up this investigation? Why don't we have someone roll to investigate a mystery?
I'd be happy to, unless somebody else really wants to roll the dice.
I think you're probably the best.
Can we use bad luck against him?
Alright, Chandler, give me that roll.
Yes, sir. Here we go. Investigate the mystery.
And remember, Pat, you need to roll one more 6 or below for you to level up this session, and you do it the moment you do that. You can pick an improvement and just do it.
I got a 9.
So you get to ask one question from the Investigate a Mystery list. And we can, generalize the answer, but...
Okay.
Isn't one of them, like, what sort of weaknesses does it have or something like that?
Yeah, what can hurt it?
What can hurt it? Holy water?
If I roll a help, will that give him an extra point for his thing, or does
did you roll a
help
9?
work for something
yeah,
different?
it would. If you roll to help out, it would. I imagine you guys are texting back and forth the information that you're finding.
Mm-hmm.
So roll to help out.
Thread.
Hang on.
I'm the one with the green
plus
messages.
cool, which is 0, so...
You can use
Probably
luck
not
if you
gonna
want to
be
just
a
help.
lot. Oh wait, no, my plus cool is 2. I have plus 2 on cool. Okay, we'll give that a shot. What the hell is that? 5 or 3? Sorry, I don't have much light.
You're good.
53.
That's an 8.
8 total. That adds 1.
Yeah.
So that is a perfect success. You can ask, I think now 3 questions if I'm correct. Oh no, 2 questions. Sorry.
Great. What can it do?
Okay. Walk through walls, disappear, and fly. He's much more unique than the other guys. If anybody gets the reference, you're welcome.
Yep.
It has a Withering Touch, which is basically, it grabs onto your very soul and hurts you really bad. It cannot be harmed by anything other than magic and silver weapons. Holy water hurts it. It cannot pass over a mixture of salt and mountainwort flowers. So making a line in a room will guard you, or putting a circle around it will prevent it from leaving. Although it does have the ability to move that, if need be, to attempt to escape. It is very difficult for the ghost. And like mentioned, burning bear fat, mountainwort, and sage will make him semi-corporeal and calmer. But, It also has the ability to possess people.
Well, whoops. I don't have any bear fat, but I do have some, silver back at my house that I use, because I don't try and use paper money when I can help it.
One more thing. You are also aware that the spell Disrupt Undead, which is a cantrip, is very useful when dealing with them and can pull a ghost out of a...
Statue?
No, not out of a statue. Out of a... what is the word I'm looking for? A freaking possessed person. A successful casting of Disrupt Undead.
That would be very useful in case of a possession.
And
I was thinking of just drinking holy water.
could I know the spell? Not know, but could I find the spell Protection from Good and Evil, which is consumes holy water, silver, and iron to protect against possession?
You can try.
Okay.
The way
Raven,
I'm
stay
going
far
to
away from
rule
there.
this, give me a second to pull up the player moves. Wrong thing. Is I want you to roll either to investigate a mystery, so with your sharp, or to use magic with your weird, using your knowledge of the weird world to try and find that knowledge.
Investigate the mystery again and get just a meager 7.
I will give you that one spell.
Wonderful.
You are aware of the somatic components, the verbal components, and the material components to cast it. Now, whether you can actually successfully do so is a bigger question. Someone else can cast it.
Since I've already helped them, I have something all the way down at the bottom under my other moves called Infernal Legacy.
Yes, you do. You are very good at finding information on spellcasting.
Yeah. I would say, would that be handy to help him find whatever he's looking
to
for?
maybe find some other spells, but Mary has found the one spell that she wanted to find, I imagine, for herself, and
Oh, okay.
that is
I'm
what
just
she's
checking.
found.
I remembered it being down there. I didn't
Yep.
know if it would- oh.
As a tiefling, you are good at being connected to the weird and magic world.
Now, if we have time, we could swing by my place. I could grab a few things, and then we could go to the spooky house where we can all die or kill a dead thing.
Dakota, you know where to get those herbs and whatnot to be able to make the mixture to seal that?
The mountain fart and the bear grease. and-
Mountain wart, bear fat, and sage.
I actually think it's something that my mother might have.
Yes.
Or at least access to it.
Yes, that is a very good point.
You got her direction?
Yeah. I can lead you right to it.
Small clover. Young
I roll
Crow,
the car.
you said we are on time schedule. About how much time do you think we have before we lose our opportunity?
DM, how much time?
No, I asked you, not the DM.
I mean,
Would
Go-
Dakota have like an estimate?
ghosts are ghosts.
hour-
This thing
An
might
hour
be
and
here
14
for
minutes.
forever. Although now is the best time to go and deal with it, as he is obviously active and upset. You
Mhm.
might not catch him any other day, despite how hard you attempt to bring him up. Now is probably within the next 24 hours the best chance you have at dealing with this situation.
Dakota will communicate that. Better now than never. At this point, 24 hours is about as much as we have.
All right.
That's being
Get
generous.
done.
Since we only have one vehicle, we should plan out the best, most efficient route to get the things we are looking for.
Yeah, so wow, what is my character's name?
Rodrigo.
Rodrigo, thank you.
Bob.
I almost said Roberto and I was like, nope, it's not Roberto. Rodrigo
Robert.
is going to stop at the Walmart or whatever before they get to the mom's house to pick up salt and sage,
Mm-hmm.
whatever else you guys need from there.
Walmart.
Can you get some sunflower seeds?
No,
Wouldn't they
picking
have
up all
bear?
the things.
Wouldn't they have bear steaks this far west? Some bear
Probably
fat from
not.
probably not.
Definitely not. Especially, listen, Walmart has most things, but
But this is
nothing like bear
America.
steak.
No, you'd have to go to a
There's prob-
specialty meat shop.
Be
There's
sure to get Morton salt. I think that's the most pure. We don't want it failing.
Morton's is iodized.
He just grabs like a salt rock.
You need kosher salt because it's the most holy and pure.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah. He gets the
sea salt
kosher-
caramel. Will that help?
If they have a salt lamp, he'll buy one of those as well, like the salt rock lamps.
For the aesthetic.
Dakota will help like direct like as
A
far as
lot
like
of
what's
salt.
the proper thing to get. It's
Okay,
like let's
you guys
do this
get-
instead of getting a
You
lamp.
guys get
He's like
sage.
swinging the lamp
Oh
at
my
the
God.
creature.
You get sage.
No,
you
no,
get
no,
salt.
no.
What else do you get?
If they have salt lamp, can I get lava lamp?
Oh god.
No,
No.
we need to
No,
keep it moving,
okay,
guys.
yeah, that's all I'm
Yeah,
getting.
come on.
I get
I'm
back in the
surrounded by
car, we
idiots.
drive to the mom's.
All right, we drive to Katiri's house. Katiri gives you the things you need, Dakota. We don't have to get into the weeds about that.
Yeah, she just thinks her
She
mom's
has-
like, don't worry
She
about
actually
it.
already had bear fat, sage, salt, and mountain wort ready to go, and she hands
And of
you
course,
those
she used it to make
things.
burgers.
Great.
Would
Delicious.
Dakota or one of y'all want to drive? I need to start filling these as he holds up the empty shells.
Okay.
I would volunteer, but my feet can't reach the pedals.
Looks like it's you, Dakota, or you, Adrian.
Dakota, not Dakota.
Yeah,
I will
Mom's in the
drive.
front seat.
I will drive. I have brush sanitizer here.
You want to sit on my lap or
Beg your pardon?
she's standing. She's already sitting in the front seat. You want to share?
No, thank you. I have not had my
Oh.
shots.
Just be sure to pull off to my prefab, and I'll grab my thing, and then we'll be there.
You can keep driving.
Sure.
if
You
really
just tell me
want
where
to.
you live.
Okay.
I'll point from the passenger seat, which is the only seat that I can sit in this whole thing because I'm too big. to
Actually,
sit.
shouldn't,
and share
if she's
seats.
like 7 foot tall, shouldn't she be sitting on the roof or something?
Nah,
She should be in,
cars
she
are
should
weird.
be in the back, but she
She's like this.
refuses because she gets motion sick, so she's got to sit in the front.
The roads are naturally wider
Okay.
because they make cars that are much bigger, but also can size down to smaller size people. Are you guys heading straight to the house now?
I don't
Like-
even know who's driving anymore.
Do I have grabbing my stuff?
Dakota's
Petros,
driving.
do you want to roll for it? You want to roll? Who does? You want to rock paper scissors for it? One time.
You want to rock paper scissors, Pat?
One time, rock
For
paper
what?
scissors, Pat. Come on.
For the
For
driver.
the driver's
For
seat.
the driver's seat.
She can drive. I don't care.
Oh, you're no fun. Whatever. Fine. Dakota's
I'll stay in the
is
back
driving.
and I'll stay in the back and deal with my agency videos.
Yeah.
Agency
There you go.
videos.
It is about
Perfect.
11:30 at night now.
Safety training.
Is it assumed that we
Very
stopped
nice.
by and I grabbed my camera and
Yes.
meter and stuff?
You grab
Okay.
everything you need. We don't
And
need to
your
get into
holy
the weeds
water.
about anything. If you guys want specific stuff, let me know. As
Dakota's
long
like,
as it
hurry
is-
up, go.
As long as it is regular, random, mundane stuff, you have access to it. If it is
Grab your
something special-
grab your stuff and get back in the truck. Let's go.
I forgot my charger!
Evelyn, are you doing any spell preparation? You seemed kind of interested in that. Did you want to look up any spells?
Well, I had, but I wasn't sure which edition I should be using spells
I will
from.
tell you.
So
You just let me know. If Disrupt Undead, Command Undead, Control Undead, and Speak with Dead are probably the ones that you think about best.
yeah, Disrupt Undead would be the one I would think about.
Okay. Roll plus weird for me.
Okay,
Yeah, time
I have
for
a
an
good
RB.
weird.
Yes, you do.
What?
I'm a
Did
little
somebody
hungry.
say they were getting holy water as well?
12.
I shake an orange Gatorade bottle or like a little bottle that has holy water printed on it, like written on tape.
my
I am
God.
going to put the single-use tag on that item.
Great,
You
sounds
don't have
good.
infinite holy water, just so.
No,
we
I
know.
don't.
Evelyn,
No,
you
but I-
learned the verbal, somatic, and material components. There are no material components for the spell Disrupt Undead. I will send them to you in the Discord, like I just did for
Got it.
Skylar. Alright, you guys roleplay a little bit, and I will get some music set up, and we will get to the house.
I'm feeling a little peckish. If you guys want, we can.
No!
We're
Don't
not
have time
stopping
to
anywhere.
eat.
We have a schedule to keep. I don't care if you're
Mm.
hungry.
Mary's in the passenger side, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I lean over to the window and tap the window next to her.
Yeah.
I need to ask a favor of you if possible.
Oh, what can I do, Suit?
I would like to know if I could borrow a little bit of your holy water before you start using it.
I uncap it, and I'm like, there doesn't seem to be much left.
I do not need much, just a few drops.
Just go ahead, dip your fingers in, or whatever you need to do, Suit.
I take my dagger out, and I dribble a couple of drops on the blade, and then put it back in the sheath.
Okay.
Thank you very much. I
Great.
appreciate it.
I want you know, Pat, I appreciate what you're doing. That is not how weapons are made holy, and the water just drips off. If you wanted to do something more specific, you would have to do a ritual to...
I'm a priest.
Nope, you can't pull that card on me again. I gave you one thing last game.
I
bit me
got
in
it.
the butt.
I got it from online. Speaking of which, being a priest from online, how many shells was I able to make?
One.
With okay.
One shot, don't miss your chance to blow.
This opportunity comes once.
What?
Once in a lifetime. Yo.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
It's a good song.
Dakota, can you turn that up, but also take this ride? Because, yeah, perfect. Oh, yeah, wonderful.
Tail spinner.
Right.
Hold on,
And then
buckaroos.
All
we
right.
head to the haunted house.
You head
Yeah.
to the haunted house.
There you go.
It's
I love it.
You all come around the bend to see the, for some of you, familiar sight of the Smith Mansion. A ominous structure that looms on top of a cliff edge near, the road is actually down, the cliff leads up. You actually have to go around up onto the cliff and onto the driveway, which leads up a small hill up to the top of where the house sits. It is 5 stories of chaos. There are bridges and balconies and staircases, and it looks like there's a weird treehouse thing at the top that also doesn't look like a treehouse, kind of looks like a crow's nest, kind of looks like a so many things, and it's open on top. It looks like it's ready to fall apart in other places, and there's one big, long front porch. Sorry, I hit my mic, and a large front door, and it is pitch black. And just so we are clear, nobody has dark vision.
Cool. So it's just like the headlights of the truck, like
yeah.
That's all we can see.
Yeah, you see the silhouette of this place and the stars behind it just barely eking out from your truck lights.
Dakota may not like stop like right in front of the house, maybe like a safe distance
it's a pretty
back.
long driveway. You could absolutely give it a couple of yards.
Of course. I'm assuming it's a long driveway, just even at that bit, just still a decent couple feet away.
Yep.
Just in case. Well, we're here.
Oh.
Looks back at everybody.
No wonder they never finished the house. It's got a lot going on.
Looks
like it.
scary.
Let's see. Man, it is so dark out here. Unzip my bag and ruffle through and pull out one of those like big flashlights, the lantern looking ones.
Absolutely.
Be like,
Raven just turns on her light on her phone. Yeah.
Man,
it'll drain your battery so fast.
phones do that nowadays.
The radio the agency helicopter to just beam a spotlight on the
No.
I put the little flashlight on the end of the Glock.
Fantastic. You all have
whatever
your
gun it
various
is.
lights. If the other 2 want lights, you can have them, or you can just live with the ones that the other people have, if you want to be more. Hob, I believe you have crashed again because your face is paused.
Aw, look at him.
Did we lose her?
Such a pretty face.
Did we
Bob
lose
is
Hob?
just really
talking.
good at
She just
staying
looks
still.
happy.
She's so happy. I love her.
I love you guys.
Oh no.
What's that? What's that, Dakota? You're excited? I'm excited too. I'm glad we could be friends in this instance.
Since we
She
all
looks like
look
she's
okay,
wearing some kind of weird hat with lights on it.
while we wait on Hob to get back, what is you all doing?
What is
What is you all doing?
What are we all doing?
Yeah, how are you approaching the crazy house?
Carefully, with my claws out.
Your claws are out. Okay, good to know.
I mean,
Just the claws, though. I haven't changed properly yet. Just the claws.
I would say we should probably just take one of these stairways up to the next floor, the highest floor we can go, instead of having to go all the way up through it.
And now we're all weird.
Okay, hold on for a second.
Sorry,
and I
folks.
actually need to step away for just a sec.
We'll take a minor quick break. We will be back in like 2 minutes. We will still be chatting with you in the chat. I'm just going to move us over
great.
to the Be Right Back screen.
No.
Hi, folks.
No.
Sorry about that. We're working it through.
Alright, so I want to go to the highest level, and I don't care what anybody else says.
I'm gonna in a tiny little like cup put the holy water, some of those silver shavings, and a bit of the iron to prepare a spell.
Great. We're back.
Wonderful.
We gotta wait on Evelyn to get back. She had to run off really quick because she saw a good opportunity.
Chug.
Wow, yeah, everybody.
You were just sat there like.
We're like, man, Hob is so happy right now.
Yeah, so all the time. Stop! You make me feel like everything's frozen. Don't do that.
You were, and I was convinced that you weren't frozen for a while, and then I was like, she hasn't moved in a hot second.
I know. I like stand perfectly still when I'm super excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. If there's something weird with the Wi-Fi, it's fine. I don't know why it's being weird. So it could just be Discord. I don't know.
Could be
Discord's always weird.
On your iPad, yeah.
Yeah. It probably more than likely is, but it's not too bad. Sorry.
Good. We will now wait on Pat to return to us, and we shall return to our mystery and complete it with an hour left.
Nice. I hope we live.
No, Josh is going to die. Josh.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was hoping for. That's why I joined this whole campaign. in the
Josh,
first place.
stop. You're actually freaking
Oh my
me out.
god.
It's so good.
Not-
You're doing really good. I can tell that you're not frozen because your camera keeps readjusting to the to
Just a
your
little,
Wi-Fi.
yeah.
And so I can tell that you're not actually frozen.
Yeah,
But
yeah, look at
you're
him.
doing really good.
Josh, I had you're so lucky that I picked this character because there was another character that I was like, oh my god, I can't wait to give her like the Valley Girl accent. But I was like, no, let me not do that to him.
I hate.
All
So I do so many accents. I hate the Valley Girl accent.
We will
I
come
know I
back.
do.
You are all now seen by people.
Hey.
Welcome
Nice.
again. So, how are you all
Sorry.
approaching? I know that Rodrigo said he wanted to go to the top of the place. There is a very easy staircase that only leads to the 3rd story. Are you good, Josh?
Yeah, you just got crazy loud for me.
Did I? Apparently not for anyone else. We good?
I love the sound of your voice, so I'm cool.
Oh, Josh, are you good? So many technical issues.
Just
sure
Thomas
it's
in
fine.
Discord.
I think it might be. Is it just me, Josh? No. Yeah? Are you good?
There we
Alright.
go.
Oh my
You're
god.
good.
Okay,
Okay.
good.
Rodrigo wants to go to the 3rd story. That's where that big set of stairs leads up to. Where is everyone else going?
Follow
Oh,
Rodrigo.
I'm kind of thinking we should defer to Dakota. She's the local expert on this area. And she has
Yeah,
something
don't
she
you feel like an
needs to
expert,
look
huh?
for.
Dakota's just standing in the back, just like watching everyone make decisions. She's like, yeah. Sure, this will work. This is gonna work great.
huh. Mary's gonna lag behind and just take all of her gear out of her bag, including a camera that she hangs around her
I love her.
her
Yeah,
Neck.
straight up like a Hawaiian tourist.
yeah,
The best.
a camera, a little reader with a piece that sticks in her ear, that way she can hear when it boop, 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 boop. And that little bowl of holy water mixture, squeezing out the rest from the little crappy water bottle,
Okay.
preparing to cast it for when she gets in there.
Okay.
Dakota's gonna look at this and just point over at Mary as she's kind of like getting everything ready and putting everything on. She's like, this one might be the best one to follow, at least in. Most of us can't see in the dark. She turns around everybody. Correct? I thought so. Wait,
Yeah.
what?
I've got a light as well.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be able to stay lit the entire time that you're in there, right? Exactly, is
Most
what I thought.
likely.
Oh, okay, perfect. Dakota's gonna look at the house real quick. Does Dakota know any like history about the house, or like where the best place to look would be?
You know that the house is 5 stories. You know that it is
Mm.
filled with craziness, lots of weird
Great.
architectural engineering, carpentry nonsense from a genius
Like stairs
man.
leading to nowhere kind of thing?
Yep, and there are
No,
no
okay.
actual rooms in the house. It is just big open space, and you know that it is mildly termite-ridden in some places and is beginning the early stages of collapsing.
Mm-hmm. Knowing all this, Dakota will look at the house. I'd say our best bet is probably to stick together. Let the one with the eyes see. Considering that this house is incredibly unstable for the most part, and there's not a whole lot of rooms, just kind of open spaces and hallways and places leading to absolute nowhere, and doors leading to just walls.
And certainly it is dangerous.
Is there specific
Incredibly.
areas this ghost has seen regularly, or is it completely
nobody knows.
random?
The house is what you
It's
got.
not for me to. It's not for me to say, friend. But
All right, so let's get
suppose
to
we'll
it.
find out.
Rodrigo
All right,
and,
man.
and Raven are going up the stairs. Who is following them or going somewhere else?
Where's Mary going?
I'm gonna shrug at you and kind of just nod with my head. Front door.
You lead the way. I'll be
Oh,
right behind you, just in case. I'll keep an eye out.
Oh, thanks.
And Adrian, where are you going?
I lean down to Raven if she's near me and whisper to her, "This might be a good time to bring out your inner secrets, just to be safe."
Good idea.
I'm gonna
And-
go upstairs a little bit, but not all the way.
Okay.
Raven will go full wolf.
Oh, Werewolves of London.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. You see this small little halfling turn much furrier than it already was.
It's like a badger.
Her ears extend a little bit. Tufts of fur grow from them. Large tufts of fur grow from her hand. She's not going full wolf because you don't have that much control yet.
I've always wanted to know what a halfling werewolf would look like.
Slightly taller than a
Think of
halfling.
an angry
I love it.
corgi.
It's great.
Yeah, she grows like maybe 3 inches, but her heels jut out a little bit further. Her feet get much furrier, and she gets long claws on her hands, and her fangs grow a little bit longer.
Wow.
All right, I'm prepared now. Let's do this.
Oh,
and there's a voice change.
God. Great. We'll just gloss over the fact that Dakota's like, okay, no.
Yep, you didn't know about this monster in town.
Great. God, I hope this is over soon.
All right, Rodrigo and Mary, can you both make me rolls to either read a bad situation or act under pressure if you're trying to be quiet?
Bad situation. Gosh dang it. Okay.
So Rodrigo, that means to me that you are not going in quiet.
Which one? So read a bad situation uses what again?
That is, I believe, plus cool. Am I wrong?
Plus sharp.
Plus sharp.
Act under pressure is plus cool.
Although,
Which
if
is
you
the
guys
reason-
want to read a bad situation
Oh,
before
plus
you
sharp.
even go up the stairs,
Yeah.
yeah. Why don't we have
I feel
Rodrigo do that?
Yeah. At least somebody would look.
Okay, so that's
He seems to be the one going for it first.
so that's 10 in total.
10. That is a complete success. You get 3 questions. Go ahead and ask.
Oh freak. Which path seems the most termite ridden and the
of
least
those
stable?
specific questions on the list, you have to ask of those. questions. So what's the best way in? Is what I'm going.
Yeah,
after
what's
that
the best
question.
way in?
The stairs you are looking up, there's a couple of steps that you notice are termite ridden that you know to skip, but they seem pretty stable to get you up to the 3rd story.
Okay.
You don't know how you would get further up from that point, and the front door seems stable enough. Those seem to be 2 pretty good ways in.
Okay. And then I'll assume that also goes with best ways out.
Okay, so the best way out
then-
is going to be pretty much the same. You do know that there
Yeah,
is
yeah.
other doors, maybe a back door.
My other question I wanted to be was, are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
This is a very good question, and I'm glad you asked it. Before you go up the stairs, you lean a bit around the house. With your gun, you kind of point down at the ground, and you notice a set of boot prints that seem odd. One shoe does not match the other shoe. And I will just give you...
Air Jordans, baby.
one of the shoes looks to be a basketball-style shoe.
Yep. See footprints over here.
The other one appears to be some kind of work boot.
Do ghosts normally leave footprints?
Oh, raid!
He is cross-dresser.
Dakota.
Would Dakota know that? Whether
Pat,
or not
that
they
was a
leave
good
footprints?
No, they do not.
I don't
Dakota
think
will
this is a
not
ghost.
shake her the head.
Hey, thanks for the raid, Demon Goond.
As far as I know,
You're catching the mystery
ghosts are not the
at
type
its
to leave footprints.
Oh no.
highest point. All right, ghosts do not leave footprints. And then you have one more question, Josh.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with what's the biggest.
Are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
He just
Oh,
asked
that's
that
what
one.
I just asked.
Yeah, was that one?
Oh, is that the sneaker question? Sorry.
Freak. No, he wouldn't care about those 2. What's the best way to protect these guys? Saying that
Not
we're the
letting them
victims.
Go in and determine location and surround him in salt. To at least lock him in one general area. You get the feeling that you're not just going to be able to draw a circle small around him. This is going to have to be a large region. But if you mark off doorways in an area you're confident he's in, at the very least that gives you a safe spot to be outside of.
That's what so I'm gonna tell that to the group. I'm planning on possibly every single door we go through putting a line of salt down. We should do that on the front door, upstairs door.
To make
All
it more
these areas.
interesting, you only have enough
Yeah.
for 5 doors.
Ah, you tool. Okay.
It's just like phasmophobia.
Yeah, this is terrifying. Dang it. Okay, then not doing that.
But
you
yeah,
know there's
I
much
relay
more than
that.
5 doorways in this house.
Yep.
Yeah, but can't we see through most of the walls?
No. The walls are very well finished.
It's the internal stuff that
the
isn't.
internal stuff that is not, and the 4th story and above are yet to be completed.
I relay
But aren't
all
we
this.
inside? I thought we were already inside.
No, you
No,
have not
not
gone
yet.
in yet. This was
Oh.
a pre-act before going in to find the best way in, best way out, stuff like that.
Okay. A relay. Should we still go separate? 2 people up.
Seems like a good plan.
All right.
Let's stick with it. Let's not change anything. You guys go with the groups you were in, and Rodrigo, you make your way up to the top with with Raven, and then Adrian stops halfway up the stairs, keeping an eye on the outside of the house.
Is Mary safe with Rodrigo?
Mary is with. Sorry, I misspoke. Mary is with Dakota.
Dakota.
We're having a great time.
Having a great time. You guys go up to the
Heck
front
yeah,
door,
we are, friend.
and you make your way in. It is pretty much pitch black in here. There is no light in the surrounding area at all. There are things strewn about, and anything that these boys left, like pieces of wood, I mean, not like regular things. Anything these boys left have been obviously taken by the police. But
Right.
you do see the 2 of you upon entering at the main staircase to the far side of the room you enter in. A small pool of dried blood leading up a little bit of that staircase. And you can't see up the staircase. There's sort of a wall that your vision can't see past, but there is a small pool of blood at it. And give me 1 second. Rodrigo and Raven, when you go in, you come into a more open floor area. There's a lot of windows up here for view. And you see a ladder hole that goes up into the 4th story above, and a spiral staircase that leads around the edge of this circular floor down, along with a stool and a wood-burning stove.
Okay, you said Mary and Dakota are going upstairs?
Mary and Dakota went in the front entrance on the 1st floor.
Or just in the front entrance?
Mm-hmm.
And we will go ahead and move inside this place. To give you a good example of just how crazy this building is.
Reminds me of that one house that crazy lady built because she thought she was being haunted by ghosts, so she built a bunch of rooms to confuse them.
I have not heard
You
of
remember that?
I have not heard of that.
Really? Oh, I thought that's where you got this from.
No,
That's
this
why I
isn't-
was like, oh,
This is an
it's got-
actual
He's talking
place
about
with
the
actual
Westminster house.
history. Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's where they got it from. I don't know. That's weird. That's a thing that exists. Wild. Okay.
All right.
Everybody in chat, look it up.
Let's go to Mary and Dakota. What are you guys doing as you enter?
Eddie.
Before we go in, I think it's important to take protection. So I found this spell, and I think it could help. Let me see. I'm going to drink the mixture and grimace because this is disgusting. It's silver and iron shavings. And then say, Terry Bottom and Malleum.
Roll
Waving.
to use magic.
Wonderful.
Did she start like coughing up blood? Like, gosh dang.
I really want you to fail so bad.
I got a 9.
Okay, I need to pull up the rules for using magic. You get to use magic. So you do the thing, but there is a glitch. So choose from this list. The effect is weakened. The effect is of a short duration. You take 1 harm, ignoring your armor. The magic draws immediate unwelcome attention, or it has a problematic side effect.
Man, I am really tied
Oh wait,
between
I
immediate.
pick the effect. Never
Yeah.
mind. It draws immediate unwanted attention.
Great.
You saying
Love it.
any words of holy origin, you hear on the stairs, gung, 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 and the 2 of you that are upstairs and Adrian outside, you hear the ringing of steel-toed boots hitting stairs inside, and you know none of your friends wear those. What do in response to this?
I'm gonna pull my dagger.
Okay.
and head inside.
I swing my sawed off around. I look over to the beautiful and wonderful doggy pile that I got. Raven, seems like we got guests.
Yeah, it sounds like they're downstairs. We should probably go,
I'm gonna take the flashlight from the Glock and try and like put it onto the shotgun.
I say out loud to Raven before I get in the doors, make sure you stay behind his gun. It
And
has silver.
That's my plan.
Mary, you look up at your friend Dakota as her eyes roll back into her head.
We're friends now. Trust me.
She leans back for a moment and then looks right up at you. And you hear a weird, deep voice come from her throat that says, "Hi there." Dakota, you want to hurt Mary very bad.
I'm a demon now. Remember when I said that we're all friends? I lied to everyone. We're not friends.
What do you want to do about that?
Just kidding. Well, considering my my past with ghosts and my mentor, is there anybody who could communicate with the entity that has decided that they'll just graciously take over my physical form?
Yes, but let's decide what your physical form does first. I think that you're going to roll to kick some butt.
Bend over backwards. Oh, cool. Bend over backwards, do a full flip, and a split.
Yeah, make yourself really vulnerable and easy to target and cast magic.
Crab walk.
All right.
Yeah,
roll to
crab
kick
walk.
some butt on your friend Mary.
Head turns 180 degrees
Cool.
around.
How many d6s am I rolling
It's
to
always
kill
2d6,
people?
and you're going to add tough.
Cool. Love that. Don't worry, guys. Trust me. Oh, that's not good for anybody, I don't think.
Didn't Raven study a spell to yank?
Yeah, but she's
those
upstairs.
people
But
out?
I'm not in
Oh,
there
yeah.
yet.
I'm sure that they did. Oh, God. Dakota! Where's your sheet? All right, now what is it?
Plus
is
tough.
it tough?
Plus tough.
All right, cool. Is it 12, 13?
Wow!
Yeah, I got double 6.
Wow. Which weapon are you using?
Now let's see here. I got,
Probably your
you know
sword,
what?
right?
Yeah, let's use the sword. Why not?
Holy
Yeah.
crap.
You see
Use a
Dakota
sword.
pull from a sheath on her back that you didn't know was there, a beautiful curved elven blade, as she stares you down,
PKA.
and she runs at you and pins your shoulder into the door jamb next to you. You take 3 harm.
Ah!
Love
and I
that.
roll to.
I'm trying to think if I want to do a
But
luck.
which weapon do you use to retaliate?
Me?
Yes,
Who am I
because the
fighting?
way that
Oh, friend.
this move works is you deal damage to each other.
Oh,
Cool.
You probably pull
I-
out your little butterfly knife, right, and stab?
I do have a pretty cool butterfly knife. I don't think it makes sense for me to try and do any harm, especially considering I don't have anything out.
All
I
right.
feel like
Totally fair.
as she pins me, my foot falls through a weak board,
Okay.
and I kind of just fall on my butt. Dakota, what are you? Oh wait, the spell worked. He didn't possess me. He possessed you.
Do you
Like
want
pulling
to
like the
use-
sword out of the wall. It's like, it's Dakota! And like pulls the sword out of the wall.
Do you want to use luck to reduce that harm to 0?
Am I close enough to Mary to protect someone?
No, there is no way
Did
any of you
say
were
they
close
were on
enough
the
to-
front door?
You
Yeah.
were on the stairs going up with, from what you told me, you were halfway up the stairs keeping an eye on the outside. So no, you are not close enough, but within the next round of actions, you will be.
I will use luck to ignore the damage and say that that wooden board broke and I tripped.
Great.
And she hit the door behind me instead of me.
Great. All right, use that luck. That happens. All right, what are the other 3 people doing now in response to the sounds you've heard occur?
We were heading back downstairs, I believe.
Okay.
I'm confused as to where I'm actually at. I
so
thought we were
let-
outside when all the ruckus
Yes,
started.
let's actually look back at this map or this picture. You, if you're looking at the house, you were right here on this set of stairs. Mary and Dakota were down here by the front entrance.
Oh, okay. I thought I was still on the ground.
No, from what you told me, that's where you were. So that's where I put you. And
Yeah, I'm confused as to where the stairs actually were. I thought the stairs were inside.
no, those are
So I
those
thought I was still
external
outside.
stairs. They lead up
Okay.
to the outside balcony of the house. Which now up here is where Rodrigo and Raven are. Josh, I swear. Which
Okay, so
speaking
I'm the only one on the stairs.
Yes, you are technically closest to getting to Mary. Raven and Rodrigo have 2 stories to get down.
So I can basically hop off the stairs onto that
can.
roof, slide down.
That sounds like a
superhero
roll
landing.
to act under pressure.
Yeah.
Roll it. Roll to act under pressure. I love this.
Do it.
If I succeed, can I do like Black Widow and flip my hair and do the whole?
I will absolutely
posy
let you
thing?
flick your hair.
Use the luck. Just use the luck. Do it.
I give him a character sheet. Hang
Plus
on.
cool.
Act
Roll
under
for
pressure.
awesome.
Oh, I don't think I have any cool. I have. Oh wait, I have 2 cool. Charm. I'm not.
You are too cool.
And Hob, I want you to think about the questions you're going to ask Francis while he's in your head.
That is a 9 with my +2.
Okay.
All right, you do a partial success. I will let you do it, but you don't have enough time to do a hair flip before you need to get to your friend.
Oh.
I know. I'm so
But
sorry.
I braided it today. It's beautiful.
But you managed to get directly to the front door. Raven and Rodrigo, what are you doing?
Hurrying down as fast as we can.
Great. You
And
guys,
actually, I have preternatural speed, so I can
you
go super
race
fast.
ahead of Rodrigo.
Also, werewolves don't take fall damage, so
Yes.
just
Raven,
throw her over
when
the
you get
side.
down the first flight of
remember that,
stairs,
Josh.
you see standing before you a small boy who is dripping wet with water and has pale blue skin and ghostly white eyes, and he's reaching out toward you.
That's not normal.
Are his eyes bulging out?
They are.
Yeah. Sounds like the kid that vanished in the steamboat accident.
And he's constantly dripping water.
What was his name again? I didn't write notes, so I don't know.
Was. Anyways, Evelyn, what are you doing?
So
It was just a random
He's-
employee. They didn't give him a name in the story.
Oh, okay.
she's this kid that's reaching out towards her. She's gonna try to just kind of give him a fairly wide berth and continue on where the commotion sounded like it was coming from.
He is standing right in front of the stairway to downstairs.
All right. So yeah, I want to make my way through. So I will make my way through. I'll
So you
try
can
to
either
kind of
roll
like
to
shove
act under
through.
pressure to shove. No, you're gonna have to roll to kick some butt. There's no way
Yeah.
this isn't gonna work.
Yeah.
Doing that.
Yeah.
Give
So
me that
I want
roll.
to shove my way through. And I use because I've on a holy strength. I use plus
Weird
weird
instead
instead
of
of plus
tough, yes.
tough.
Thank you guys for the
That
gifted subs in chat.
is
Oh, we have
a-
bits. What are we gonna do with the bits?
I have 10.
Gives me 1 luck back.
No.
Curly fries for
All
everyone.
right. So how much damage do you deal? And
Oh, I was just trying to kind of shove him. I don't
well, you're
know
gonna deal
if that-
damage anyways, unless you really, really don't want to. But with your
Right.
10, you can put the monster where you want them, which is the extra you're gonna take.
Okay.
Do you want to
So,
deal
yeah, I
harm
just
to
kinda-
this basically like 10 or 11-year-old child?
Chuck him off the rails.
I don't. I think she just kind of wants to move him. I don't think she's intending to do
Okay, so
harm
you
to
deal
him.
you deal no harm, but you move him out of the way. Rodrigo, you now see this stumbling, zombified figure look up at you and start moving its way toward you. Mary, what are you doing?
What are you doing? That's a great question. I want to try and clamber out of this little broken wooden piece and try and I imagine that Dakota has her sword kind of like in the wood.
Yeah, it's
and
a
I have
little
just
bit stuck
brief
right now.
moment. I have a brief moment. I want to get underneath that and shut the door in Dakota's face.
Oh, so you leave the house.
Yes, run is basically
Great.
the goal.
Roll to act under pressure.
Yeah, I don't expect this will go very good. I am negative cool.
And Evelyn, because your character is close enough, I will give you the opportunity to help out if necessary.
Huh? Evelyn's on the
Oh wait,
third
sorry.
floor.
I meant to say Adrian.
I'm the one
Pat's
that's
character's
not.
definitely there. You are not there yet.
All right.
I do fail, so I get experience.
What did you roll?
A 5 or
Yeah.
a 6 minus 1.
Oh, 6 minus 1, so a 5
So
total.
5.
So there is no
Yeah.
possibility of helping you. You do gain an experience, but Dakota, you see this happening, and you stomp your foot down on Mary's heel, or on her ankle, and keep her down on the ground as she tries to wrench your sword away so that she can slam the door in your face. What are you doing in your head as Francis has entered your mind? You're muted.
What questions can I ask? Because
You're talking. He says, "Hello. You're in my house, and I would much appreciate if you leave."
But for what reason?
It's mine. It's my property, and I need to finish it, and I can't do that with you here.
Why is that?
You're bothering me.
Understandable. What do you aim to accomplish exactly? And once this house is finished, what's the purpose? What's the whole point?
God, you can't really manipulate monsters, so I'm just gonna answer.
I'm not manipulating. I'm asking a genuine question.
I know.
What's
I wanted
the whole
to see
point
what kind
this?
of response he would give.
Oh.
Listen, you wouldn't understand my vision for this place. It's glorious. The things this house will do for the area, it's magnificent. You wouldn't even begin to comprehend how complex this place is.
Try me.
You feel a pause in your mind. I've never heard anyone ask that before. Adrian, what are you doing as you see a moment to thrust yourself into the situation?
I'm gonna roll to protect Mary.
You do not necessarily have to do that right now because there is no harm being dealt. You could use the kick some butt move to try and get.
Dakota stomped on his ankle as he tried to run out, so I'm trying to.
Yes, Dakota.
To be fair, it's not me.
No, it is not. But he might not know that.
Dang it, Dakota.
Your eyes are lightly rolled back in your head, so you can kind of tell that Dakota is not of right mind.
Yeah, but I also know that Mary's no good in a fight, and she'll be kind of a hindrance if she sticks around.
So why don't you roll to kick some butt to get Dakota off of Mary?
All right.
If you want to choose to deal harm, you can.
I gotta find kicks in there.
It's plus tough.
Plus tough, which I'm -1. I'm pretty sure on that. Oh no, that's on my other plus. Never mind. +2.
Show off.
What are you? I cannot read you. That's 6 on the dice. +2 is 8.
Great. You managed to mildly interpose yourself between Mary and Dakota, but you do not get the feeling that Dakota's tunnel vision has left Mary. All right, Josh, what's up with you and this zomboy?
So I can tell that it's very zombie-esque.
Yes, it is dripping wet constantly with water. You don't know where it's coming from. The eyes are lightly bulging from its head. Its skin is a very, very pale white, and it's got that wrinkly finger look basically all over its body. All right. Roll it. Roll to kick some butt.
Okay. Oh, wow. That is going to be a 12.
Oh, wow. Okay, so what do you want to do as your bonus on top of that?
Double damage.
Not double damage, it's just +1 harm. So how much would that be total with your pistol? 3?
It says your attack advance kick some ass.
No, not advanced, because we don't have access to the advanced ones yet.
Oh, that's dumb.
You have to get improvements to that, which would require failing, which would mean not spending luck.
You gain the advantage.
You can deal an extra harm.
Force them where you want them. Yeah, let's just deal. So that's 3.
3. You see the bullet have trouble getting through the wrinkly skin at first, and then lands through into a section of its flesh, sloughing off some, and then you see a pool of water go and fill the wound.
Oh boy.
Great. That happens. Evelyn, what are you doing?
So Raven would
be... You see Dakota standing... As you go down the stairs, you see Dakota standing over Mary with her sword wedge, and you see Adrian beginning to push his way to get Dakota off of Mary.
Okay. So then, seeing that, Raven would say, "What's going on?"
Ghost! I'm gonna point at Dakota.
All right, and on that
Thank you, Captain
actual, on her now knowing that, she's going to hold her right palm out and do the gesture and say "Perturbare immortuus"
And
and
then
cast
roll to
Disrupt
use
Undead.
magic.
Right,
Her
so
bone toe did what?
Perturbe immortuus.
Mutus. Okay, I don't know. What do I add for using magic? I
Weird.
don't
Weird.
know.
Which you are
Weird?
very
Oh,
good
okay.
at.
I'm very good at weird.
Yeah, no.
You are the spellcaster.
Oh no.
Please.
It's gonna be a total of.
I will use luck.
Wait. You can use luck. And
It's
using
gonna-
magic incorrectly, I will warn you, is very bad.
It's gonna
Use
be
it.
a total of 8.
Okay, the
Use
spell
it.
goes off without a hitch, but there is, or with a hitch, there is a glitch.
Because I rolled a 5.
The spell backlashes as you reach your hand forward. When you clench your claws in, you feel some sort of arcane force your claws into the palm of your hand, and you take 1 harm, ignoring all of your
Okay.
armor. Which, from last session, you have armor, so you should have actually been taking less harm from what I was dealing you, because I'm
I
pretty
have
sure-
armor?
Yeah, look on your equipment on the far right. Any of you, if you have armor, it would be on your equipment above your regular stuff in the right column. You might have
Where the gear is?
Yeah, above gear, you might see, or under gear above your weapons, you might see natural armor. It might not be there, but it probably is. I don't know. Anyways.
No.
So you deal that 1 harm to yourself as your claws are jutted into your hand. What are you now attempting to do, Miss Mary? Chandler.
Oh, me?
Yes.
Wonderful. Sorry. I think I will again try and act under pressure. I don't think anything's quite changed from me wanting to not.
I will give you +1 because Adrian has begun to interpose himself.
Wonderful. I still think that this will end in failure, but
Also,
that's okay with me.
Canadian Ancient Gamer, who do you want to get +1 on their next roll? Let me know, because you donated some bits and I want to see those go to good use. Let me know in the chat.
Let's add 1 to this. Ooh, a 9.
Yep, you are able to get out, but you do not have the space to close the door anymore. You will put Adrian inside if you do so.
Okay.
Yep, I thought so. All right, the
Yep.
door closes behind you, Adrian. You are now inside with Dakota. Dakota,
Still want to cozy up?
what are you doing?
Well, I do believe that the ghost has yet to answer my questions.
Listen. What do you know about magic?
What does Dakota know about magic, DM?
You know that the weave of magic, long ago, was destroyed in an event where a god of some sort tried to kill the goddess Mystra, the goddess of magic. And this event sent the weave rippling across reality, sending continents adrift, sending everyone back to the Stone Age, and bringing you to the world you now live in. The side effect of that, however, is not that the weave was entirely destroyed. There are threads of the weave that weave their way through the earth in ley lines, and they connect in places of power, extreme power, where nature is strongest. Yellowstone is one of those places. Your order has taught you all of these things. You know a good bit about what might be the power that might be running through here. And in fact, you might guess, thinking around to what's going on here, there might be a ley line, a small one, right underneath this house.
Is that something that the ghost would want? Or does he seem strictly like, this is my house, get out of my house?
Well, he asked you, what do you know of magic?
Okay, so that means that he's clearly after whatever's under the house.
Potentially. But you do know that he is building the house for some larger purpose.
Of course, but we're not going to dance around the truth that we both know what's underneath the house. So we're both going to assume that this is exactly what you're looking for, correct?
Listen. All right.
I'm listening.
I know there's a ley line that connects to the base of this house.
Mm-hmm.
I was walking around Yellowstone one day when I entered a clearing that I had never walked in before. It's like it just appeared. And he like pauses, and you feel your brain wince. You feel a headache overcome your entire head and then disappear. It gave me a vision, something in the park. It told me to build it. It told me to build it and it would be safe. We would be safe. Everything would be safe if I built it. Then I had to go and die.
What do you mean everything would be safe?
It would be safe. Roll to act under pressure.
Come on, baby, give me big number. That's enough. Oh shit! No, it still counts. It's over across the room. I mean, heck, sorry.
You're
good. Shoot, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
It's great. It's above 10. You succeed.
Yeah.
You, with this moment of weakness you see in Francis, kick him out of your head. And you see the ghost of Francis appear in front of you, semi-corporeal. And you take a deep breath in and look at him squarely with your sword in hand.
Am I allowed to do stuff now?
As Evelyn, your spell did successfully go off.
Yeah, cool.
You are.
So
It's your
the
turn.
ghost
What do you
is
want to do?
between Dakota
Am I allowed
and me?
to do?
Yeah, what do you want
Is
to
it
do?
me or is it Evelyn?
So
Okay, it's
you
me.
you do have a magic
Okay.
dagger that you can use. You do know that will fully damage him.
Very cool.
You might have some other stuff
What
you might
about-
want to try.
What about my sword?
Your sword is not magical.
Sage.
Well,
You do have the bear fat,
Knife.
you do have the bear fat, the flowers, and the sage mixture, which you know would calm him down and keep him corporeal.
But like together in a potion, or
Yeah,
just
you've
like
already
here's-
prepared that. All you have to do is now
Oh,
light it
okay.
with a match, which I will say will take your turn this round, essentially.
Yeah, sure. I'll light it up then.
Great. Yeah, you pull out
Why
this
not?
this hardened clump of bear fat that you've stuck a wick into, and it starts to stench very badly. And you see this ghost of Francis in the smoke that rises from the candle become more and more corporeal till he poof, poof, steps onto the ground in front of you. You see two hardy work boots and a heavy hammer in hand as a large human man stares at you. And Rodrigo, with that thought, you look down at the zombie in front of you, and it's wearing an Air Jordan. What are you now doing after you've shot this child?
I gotta finish the job. I mean,
Take another shot? Pull out the shotty. What do you do?
Well,
Oh, the shotgun does have the loaded
Because-
silver shell.
yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking. Well, not silver. It's a salt one.
Okay.
So DM to player, I feel like the salt wouldn't work on this creature because it is more zombie than ethereal.
Yes, you are correct.
Okay, then. Yeah, he's gonna swing the shotgun around and
Blast.
fire.
All right,
Yeah.
give me a roll.
Here's the failing.
Is he going to use his last luck?
No, it's 11.
All right, do you deal an extra harm again?
Yeah. So that's gonna be 4 harm
Which
plus whatever from the salt.
is oh, you used the salt bullet? Because
Yeah,
I imagine
it's
it's a
a
double.
salt shell.
I know, but you don't have to load it if you don't want to.
Oh yeah, yeah. He loaded it. He blam.
Okay.
Might as well.
It deals that harm, and it you get the feeling that the salt didn't do anything, and it still seems to have that natural armor, which is reducing the damage by some.
Okay.
Cool. Adrian, you are now standing in front of a corporeal Francis Lee Smith. What do you do?
Have we figured out what it is? The task is that we need to complete before we knock him out.
Dakota, do you want to say that while you light the candle? I imagine you inform people what his task
Did you
is.
learn anything from him?
I'm no longer possessed, right?
No, you are not. You can speak freely.
And this is all happening simultaneously.
What
Yes.
is his issue?
So you can reply to him really quick.
He wants to finish the house.
Don't
claim
think we
whatever's
can
underneath
do
it.
that in 5 minutes.
And claim whatever's underneath it.
What is underneath it? What is underneath it?
Does Dakota know exactly? Would it be part of the
ley
weave?
lines are not physical manifestations of magic. They exist in a different plane, but they affect the material plane. You don't know if there is something physical underneath the house, or maybe he is using the house as a channeling rod for the ley line underneath it. But you do know that for some reason the house needs to be complete, and then whatever happens afterwards will happen.
So
and he did say that it would protect everyone.
Yeah,
Now,
but he
your
also just
resident,
immediately
lie
possessed
detector,
me.
I know, but he is also a ghost. But your resident lie detector is outside and has not heard that yet.
But he also said that it would protect everyone, and then his whole family died. So.
I mean, his family's all alive. He's the only one who died.
I thought he lost his wife and his child.
No, he lost them as in they left him because he was crazy. And
Oh,
the
I
house.
thought the house killed him.
No.
Not yet.
Now you could. I'm trying to think. Like, would rolling investigate a mystery or read a bad situation? Roll plus sharp.
Read a bad situation. I've got a battlefield tactical genius, whatever the hell it gives me a bonus.
Dakota, why don't you roll plus sharp for me really quick? Or plus weird, whichever you prefer, because I think both would apply in this situation.
8.
8. I will give you... Ghosts unnaturally wish to kill the things that are working against what they think to be against them. If you can manage to take down his incorporeal form, he will reform 3 days later. It'll give you a chance to complete the job for him. So at the very least, you know you need to take him out now. And just from talking with him, you get the feeling that he was pretty sincere about the word protect when he said it.
So we can take him out and then find whatever is under the house and deal with it.
And potentially even finish the house for him.
I did not bring my screwdriver.
Mary, what are you doing while outside?
I'm gonna flip on my camera and using the lantern. Did I hear those heavy, unnaturally loud footsteps?
Yeah, but you heard them before your friend was possessed.
Yeah, that's true.
So you know there's a ghost.
Yeah, I know there's a ghost. I'm just wondering. Adrian's probably dying. I doubt I would. With the lantern and the camera, I'm gonna peek back in, and I imagine I see this corporeal form.
You do.
I will pull a Dead by Daylight move and use the flashlight to. I'm gonna point it right at the ghost face while I try and videotape it to help out whoever is about to kick butt.
Okay, that would be Adrian. Adrian, why don't you roll to kick some butt on this thing?
Yeah.
And let's see, where is it? Oops, that's the wrong one. It's under pressure. And plus tough. That's +2, so that's 8. That's a 10.
What weapon are you using for this?
I have my dagger.
Is it a silver dagger?
That's classified. I can't tell you that.
I mean, but you do need to tell me, Thomas, that.
I don't know. You just told me I had a big dagger. You
well,
never
look
said
on the
any
right side of your
specific-
character sheet under gear. If it says silvered dagger.
It just says big knife.
Big knife. All right. So it will it'll deal some less damage, but how much? You said you rolled a what?
A 10.
10. So you can increase the harm if you so choose.
Yeah, well, the harm's only 1, so I'm definitely going to increase that.
Okay. Your knife passes through, but you do feel a little bit of a tug since he's in his corporeal form as you twist
Spin
it.
it, as I said. Yeah.
All right.
And I'm wondering why the holy water I dripped on it didn't do anything.
Raven, what are you doing?
Okay, so now that he's out of Dakota,
you also know that Disrupt Undead can be used to deal damage to undead as well.
Oh, really?
In this case, you used it to pull him out. But if you wanted to deal some harm,
Yeah, she's gonna do that again, so she'll raise her hand up again and close and do the gesture and say Perturbare Immortus.
and roll to use magic.
Hopefully it'll go better this time.
Yeah, I mean that's the hope, right?
Oh, that went much better. That's a 13.
Fantastic.
Oh snap!
The magic works without issue. I'm gonna say it deals 3 harm to him. You see his body split in half for a moment, and then get pulled back together as he looks at you. What are you guys doing? Josh, do you want to go? You want to tell us what you do? Hob, your mic is really
Anyway,
close to your
I
nose.
start blasting.
We can hear all your breathing, Hob.
Sorry.
You're good. You start blasting again.
That's gonna be 10.
That's a hit. You're gonna, I imagine, deal extra harm to this young sweet lad. He looks.
Yeah.
You blast his left arm off.
Does he look in pain or still just like?
No. He's trying to get you. He looks like he wants to start going downstairs, and he turns around and just starts walking downstairs. He feels like, it feels to you like he heard something in his ear, and he just sort of turns and starts walking down the stairs. Let's go to Hob. What are you doing as Dakota to this ghost? It has been attacked by a spell and stabbed by a knife, and you know that killing it is probably your best bet for now.
I have my silver knife on me, correct?
You do.
Okay. I will be using this then.
Fantastic.
How far away am I from the ghost?
You're right on it. We don't need to worry about distance. This game doesn't really work like that.
Okay, I'm gonna go head on with a full-on Michael Myers stab.
Great.
It's Halloween.
With your magic blade. Plus tough.
8, 9.
That is great. You do. How much damage does that dagger deal?
Can I help?
Oh yeah, that makes it a 10. Because you were
Well, I need to roll.
Roll it. But
Yeah.
if you want to make it a 10.
I'm trying to strategically flash the lantern in its face to help out. Let's see here. Oh.
How do I know how much damage this does? And
Look on the right side of your character sheet. You should see gear. You are going to be using your magic dagger or your silver dagger on the far right column. It should say how much harm it deals.
So I've got a 9, Thomas.
You got a 9 that manages to add plus
I've
1.
exposed myself. Yep. So I add plus 1, but I expose myself.
So Mary has helped you out by increasing your roll to a 10. So you can add 1 harm to this if you want. You can put the ghost where you want him. You can reduce harm to another person.
I already deal 1 harm, so do I deal 2 harm?
You can if you want. Also, I totally neglected to mention this. Adrian, when you stabbed him through, he took his hammer and wielded it around to hit you in the side of the face, and you take 2 harm. I know that you have some armor, unless it is magical armor of some sort, it's going to go through... Oh, you have mithril plate, don't you?
I have a flak vest, yeah.
Yeah, and it's made of mithril, so it partially stops on your thing, but you're still going to take that 1 harm, and...
Ow, he hit me on my thing? That's mean.
And, Hob, you are going to take 2 harm as he hits you upside the face with his hammer.
Absolutely wonderful.
But you deal this 2 harm to him, and he is then, in response to that, going to fly up through the floor, or the ceiling above you.
I also
can do
have
that while he's
battlefield
corporeal?
awareness.
Oh, that's a good point, Evelyn. Frick me. You've left him corporeal. He's going to run for the stairs, or for the back door. Sorry, what did you say, Pat?
I also have battlefield awareness, which also gives me a +1 for armor.
You do, so you take no harm. You saw that coming and you dodge out of the way of it. It barely nicks your armor and brightens the mithril as it reacts to the special ghost damage. And you see Francis running for the back door of the house. Near the back door, you see a small cellar door, which he reaches down to attempt to open. Let's have Josh go. I think Josh is up next. You're gonna, okay, so the kid is now out of your line of sight. He is coming down the stairs into the main room.
Has Raven gone?
Raven just recently cast a spell on him to deal like a crap ton of damage. I'm just gonna give Josh the chance because he's in a different room, and then we're gonna go back to the main room because
He's
y'all are
like,
all in one spot.
I don't know what else to do other than just trying to stop this kid.
Yeah, y'all hear shotgun blasts going off like crazy upstairs.
Like, I mean, he's fired his 2 shells, so he's got to reload. So I guess that's his action, like running back.
There are no actions in this unless you fail. I can take advantage of the reload property and make it to where you can't use the gun again the next time you want to use it. But you haven't failed yet, which means you're pretty good at reloading right now.
So he reloads, runs back over.
Why do you feel bad for killing a monster that I put in front of you? What, because it's a kid? Because there's a moral quandary? So don't kill it. Leave him alive. You don't have to shoot him, Josh.
Yes, I do. Zombie freaky. So I'm going to shoot at him.
All right.
And that's an 11.
Yep. You aim your shot at the back of his head and blow it through, and he falls down the stairs. As you guys see the body of a small child fall down the stairs into the room you were in. And Raven is the only one who recognized it. And you see Rodrigo kind of stomp down afterwards, cocking his shotgun after he does so. Mary and Adrian and Dakota, what are you guys doing in response? Dakota
I'm yelling at him not to shoot.
Love it, love it. Mary and Dakota, what are you guys doing?
Oh. I'm getting footage of all this.
Great.
Horrified.
Great.
Zooming in on this water-bloated corpse and his Air Jordans, and then seeing Rodrigo step down the stairs.
Air Jordan. He's only got one.
Dakota, you see... So there's so many names. Francis is running toward the back door to try and reach down to a cellar door to escape. Are you doing anything to try and stop him? You are muted.
Trying to escape. The corpse or Rodrigo?
The ghost. The corporeal ghost is attempting to escape because no one has put salt down yet.
Corpse is on the floor.
Yes, the corpse is on the floor. And dead. It's a corpse. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, Rodrigo's is on the stairs. Ghost is going down.
Attempting. He has not gotten there yet. I'm giving you some time to do something beforehand.
Beautiful. Within stabbing range or...
Yes, don't worry about range. You can easily get up to it to stab.
Yeah,
there is enough distance to close.
Great. If I'm not worried about range, then instead of stabbing, a part of me kind of wants to shoot at it.
With your gun?
I do have a 38 revolver. So I'll shoot at it.
Great. You did see a regular knife not go through it all that well, but it might deal some damage because he is corporeal.
Well, yeah, this is just man strength, but if I have gun strength, 100% go through it. Listen,
right, so roll to kick some butt. Add your tough.
Gun has multi-horsepower.
Didn't she say she had a silver dagger?
Yes, but is not choosing to use it.
I've been done. It does 1 harm, whereas me gun does 2.
Great.
Yeah, but...
What did you roll on your dice?
6, 7, 8, 9.
Great. You deal your 2 harm, and it throws the hammer at you from a distance, and it bonks you in the forehead. Wonderful. You take another 2 damage. Do you have any armor? I think you do.
Probably not.
It's above your gear. I think it would be mithril underneath your regular clothing.
Old-fashioned armor.
Yes, so you have mithril chain, which means so far you've only taken 2 harm from the 2 times 2 harm you've taken. So mark that down.
Can I try to protect her and jump in the way of the hammer?
Sure. I will absolutely let you roll to protect somebody. Although Rodrigo might want to do it too.
Yeah.
But Adrian is.
Rodrigo's not wearing mithril.
Yep. I just really want to kill Josh's character because he got really cocky.
I want him to die.
That would be an 11.
Yep. So with an 11, to protect someone, you can make all the impending danger go onto you. You suffer little harm, you inflict harm on the enemy, or you hold the enemy back. Little harm wouldn't do anything for you because you're already going to take basically none.
I'm going to hold the enemy back because we don't need him escaping.
Okay. Yeah, so you dive forward, get in the way of the hammer, and then grab onto him in some weird way. Your hands, they feel like they're going into like, kinetic sand? Or like, yeah, it feels like that. Your hands are like slowly going through him, but you do have like a mild grip onto him.
Oh, Thomas?
Can I
Yes.
try something marginally cooler?
Let's let Chandler do something really quick.
I was gonna say, mechanically speaking, instead of just taking videos of stuff, seeing that Adrian's now got a hold of this thing, I'd like to try and act under pressure and yell at Rodrigo, "Can you throw me the salt?" As I try and rush into the room.
I don't think you need to roll to act under pressure to yell that. You can yell that.
Yeah,
Rodrigo, what do you do in response?
Rodrigo, like a kind host, will pass the salt.
Now, this is across the room. You're throwing a bottle of salt. Now you will roll to act under pressure. Rodrigo, you don't need to. We're just going to have Chandler do it to catch.
Yeah, great. Yeah, because I'm hoping to get a
to spill
circle
salt
down.
all over the ground?
Yeah. Let's see here. Now, I do know that I have -1 cool to
No,
act
this is
under
gonna
pressure.
be good. Yeah, this is gonna be good.
So this will be perfect. That's a 6.
Yep. Go ahead and unless someone wants to help him, which would only be Raven, I think.
I haven't done anything yet.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
to
you
help
don't
out.
have to though. I'm fine marking experience.
You try and hacky sack it to get it up into his hands or her hands. What'd you roll? All right, so both of you can go ahead and mark experience. And what's really cool about this is as the salt hits the ground, you see Francis turn around and note that, and he throws a hammer at the wick of the candle, and the candle goes out.
How many hammers does he have?
He has infinite hammers. The man's made of hammers. And you see him just sort of disappear in front of your eyes as he floats downward. And you hear laughing throughout the house and the hammering of nails. Leave! Now! What do you guys do?
Okay, so I didn't hold him in place at all. He just
Because
melted down underneath me?
because they failed so horribly, I took a hard move, which was to make the thing that was keeping him corporeal go away, and he left he's no longer corporeal. You can't hold on to something that's incorporeal.
Okay.
And you lose grip on him.
Raven is going to grab the candle and start running in the direction of the door that he was by.
Rodrigo, you feel something itch at the back of your brain, and you hear a voice in your ear say, "You killed my son. He was helping me. Maybe you can help me." And you feel your hands move up with the shotgun aiming toward Raven. Roll to kick some butt.
Oh, freak. Okay, I'm going to use my other 2 dice for that.
Your other 2 dice? Not allowed.
So that's a 9.
Yep, you deal 3 harm to Raven. Were you already at 1? Then the shotgun hits you in the thigh, and your leg starts bleeding profusely as your wounds are now unstable, and you fall to the ground. As you guys see Rodrigo with his eyes rolled back, pointing his shotgun from the bottom few stairs at you guys. Raven, what do you do in response?
Well,
if anyone else wants to try and cast the spell Raven has cast, you guys visually and audibly know the components of it, and you can choose to try and cast the Disrupt Undead spell to try and pull Francis from your friend Rodrigo. Or you can just kill Rodrigo. I'm into that idea too.
Can I use a luck to get rid of that damage that I just took?
You can, absolutely.
Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do.
Well.
And then, because I use my luck, I have to deal with the consequences
you
of
want
that.
to hurt Rodrigo. You want to kill Rodrigo, actually.
And she just turns at him.
Yep, why don't you tell me what you want to do in response to that?
Well, now that she's focused on Rodrigo because he shot her, she immediately turns towards him and, like, roars and, like, heads toward, like, starts charging towards him with her preternatural speed.
Fantastic. Roll to kick some butt.
All right.
It's been nice.
You die.
She somehow
12.
6 plus 2 plus weird, so that's 11.
Oh, great. Yep. What do you want to do on top of that? Do you want to put him where you want him? Deal extra harm, take less harm, because Rodrigo is going to shoot you back with his shotgun.
Right.
Well, and she's super focused on him now, so she's gonna try to bite him.
Okay, so you deal extra harm?
Yep.
Rodrigo, you take, what is it with your claws? That would be 3?
Yep.
And Raven, unless you want to spend another luck, you take 3 harm as Rodrigo shoots you with his shotgun. You can roll to protect someone. Let's see what...
I'll use another luck.
Do you want to see if Pat tries to protect you? You're going to use
Oh,
luck?
I don't know if he's protecting me or Rodrigo.
I'm going to try to protect
Rodrigo.
Rodrigo.
You're going to try and protect, because if you use your luck again, you're going to go really crazy in your feral form. All right. Adrian, roll to protect someone. This is going great. This is just how I wanted this to go.
Hey, Thomas, it is 8 o'clock,
I know.
by the way.
We are, like, he literally has barely any health left. We got this. It's about, I can tell that it's about to happen.
That's an 8.
It's up to you, Dakota.
All right, you do protect her. You take 2 harm.
No, Rodrigo.
He's protecting Rodrigo.
Oh!
Not Raven.
Okay. Raven, you do take the 3 harm. Your wounds are unstable. And Adrian, you have stepped in between your friend Raven and your possessed friend Rodrigo. And I guess we'll pick this up next time in this horrible, horrible situation. This has been crazy. I thought you guys were going to nail it, but when I saw the opportunity on 2 failed rolls to take a really hard move, it took a turn. It took a turn. Mm-hmm. Thank you guys very much for tuning in with us. I hope that you enjoyed some extra little bits of Monster of the Week. I hope soon we can get to finishing this story sooner rather than later. And guys, thank you so much for playing. That was great. Yes. And everybody, thanks to Hob for joining us for this mystery. You will hopefully be here in the next one that we do. And I have one question for you guys who are watching at home. Oh my gosh, I'm so honored to be able to ask this question. If you are watching and you haven't followed yet, that's one of it. The 2 of it is if you're following and you haven't subbed yet. Man. And the 3rd one, which is just, I'm going to mention it, I shouldn't have to. If you're subbed and it's expired. I mean, guys, my question is, what are you doing? I like how it's always like really long because we have to try and match up with each other's latency. Thank you guys. Do we want to find someone to we'll just start.
We're going over to Jay.
Great.
I got it.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
I'm just gonna keep waving till we left. Great.
And
we're gone.